AM, The Answer. Service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth, 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. An Omaha, Nebraska cop has been killed the day before she was to begin her maternity leave.
It is with deep sorrow and pain that I have to announce that 7-year veteran officer Kerry Orozco has died after being shot in the line of duty.
The former Al-Qaeda leader was still very much in charge.
After years of hiding in his Pakistan compound, the Al-Qaeda leader, through documents released today, is portrayed as deeply obsessed with striking the U.S. In a recent intelligence violence, mandated the documents' declassification and public release.
Fox's Catherine Herridge. 318 and counting. Police in Waco, Texas, still tallying weapons used in last Sunday's biker rampage that killed 9. Fox News. We report. Fox News. We report, you decide.
660 AM.
Hey, Mark Davis from my friends at Abacus Foundation Repair. And with drought and then moisture and then cold and then warm temperatures, your foundation is moving and grooving. You got cracks in the sheetrock and doors that are sticking and all kinds of problems. You want someone who's going to solve them reliably. Call my friends at Abacus Foundation Repair. They've done stuff for me, and you will love how they put somebody on site for your entire foundation repair. They're the only people with Millennium composite pilings. You're going to get a warranty that you can hand down to other homeowners. It's peace of mind and security for your foundation repair. 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000 or app that says, oh, I wish I'd called a better company. Call the best company right now. Abacus Foundation Repair. Now, Abacus Foundation Repair. 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000 or Abacus, ABACUS, abacusfoundationrepair.com.
Summer is here, and many of you will be experiencing Air Conductors List is here to protect you from the air conditioning companies that upsell and take advantage of homeowners when their systems break down. We've hand-selected the most honest and affordable air conditioning companies in DFW, and we back their work with our own $10,000 guarantee. They've all agreed to offer a free second opinion if you're being told you need to replace your equipment. Find guaranteed contractors from every field at thegoodcontractorslist.com.
Only at the Good Contractors List.
Hi, I'm John Hill, founder of the Good Contractors List. I'm here to warn you about a coming invasion.
Invasion of the Storm Chasers.
Yep, it's storm season, the time when everyone and their brother thinks they can be a contractor, and thousands of out-of-towners swarm the DFW area to damages caused by storms. You don't ever have to fall prey to a storm chaser. Go to thegoodcontractorslist.com and find local home services backed by our $10,000 guarantee.
Only at the Good Contractors List.
Hey, Jim, come on in. Bill, this is such a great house. The Hags, 3 beds, 2 baths, and wait till you see the pool. How'd you get the down payment? We didn't have to. We called 374 NASA and got a 0-down fixed-rate mortgage with no private mortgage insurance on a jumbo loan. You must be saving hundreds a year with no PMI. More like thousands. And with no money down, we were able to add the pool. And it was fast. We got pre-qualified online in seconds and closed our loan within 30 days guaranteed. If you're buying a home, you gotta call NASA Federal at 855-374-NASA or visit nasafcu.com/374. Wow, with 0 down and no PMI, we could buy that house Jen likes and furnish it too. But you don't work for NASA. You don't have to work for NASA to get a mortgage with NASA Federal. Just call 855-374-NASA or visit nasafcu.com/374. Thanks for the tip. Now can I see the pool?
Equal housing lender. Offer valid on approved credit for primary residences. Membership eligibility required. For more details about credit cost terms, 74 NASA.
Have you been holding out for a good deal to replace your old AC system? Well, now there's a new program that's too good to pass up. I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. You've probably already heard that you can save over conditioning. You've probably already heard that you can save over $3,500 on a new Infinity system with Carrier's Cool Cash. But did you know that for a limited time, you can also get an additional $1,000 off from your utility provider? That's right. And when you combine these two programs, $4,500 on a brand new AC system that can cut your electric bill in half. But the utility funds are limited when the money runs out. So right now, we're scheduling free estimates on a first-come, first-served basis. Call us now, or if you want, call 2 other companies first, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning. And you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our number's 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-968-7437. 7437 or online at ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
Our family had a savings account until our air conditioner needed replacing.
We had a vacation fund before our refrigerator
has no say or just quit.
Sadly, sometimes it only takes one home system or appliance breakdown to bust your budget. But buying a home warranty from American Home Shield protects more of your hard-earned money because they help pay your covered repairs for you. For valuable free information, go to ahs.com or call 1-800-600-5107. Who wants to pour money into repairs for things like your plumbing, oven, or washer when you get the budget protection you deserve from American Home Shield? Service requests are subject to a fee for each trade called. Some exclusions and limitations apply. It's up to you. Pay for expensive home system and appliance repairs yourself, or let AHS help pay covered repairs for you. Protect more of your hard-earned money. For valuable free information, including terms, rates, and coverage, go to ahs.com or call 1-800-600-5107.
Warning, whether you're retired or soon to be retired, listen up. Do not be caught in one or more of the 11 mistakes retirees make that could cost you all of your money. It doesn't matter how well off you are financially, you could make the easy mistake that washes away all of your financial security. Call planning today at 866-882-5447 to make sure that you are not wasting your money. Call now and receive your free copy of the 11 biggest mistakes retirees make and how to avoid them. 866-882-5447.
Saying I don't know is no longer acceptable. This is 660 AM, The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this state and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is The Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to The Wells Report. My Jon-David Wells. Rand Paul continues to rail against NSA surveillance. Good for him. This is the latest part. He's still talking. He's been talking since 1:18 this afternoon.
Supposed to be investigating foreign threats, okay? The NSA was not supposed to be doing anything domestically. We now have them involved in bulk, but we also have them now involved in drug enforcement. DEA officials in a highly secret office called the Special Operations Divisions are assigned to handle these incoming tips, according to Reuters. Tips from the NSA are added to a DEA database that includes intelligence intercepts, wiretaps, informants, and a massive database of telephone records.
Yes, I remember that too. We reported that on the Wells Report, Rand Paul talking about NSA surveillance. And yeah, there are a lot of things that NSA is doing that has absolutely nothing to do with their mission, has nothing to do with any of it. And it all happened because we broke down all the walls between federal and state and local, not just law enforcement, but also America's clandestine services. In other words, the CIA started spying on us too. So did the NSA. Who was joining us earlier, we were talking about Bobby Jindal's use of executive privilege and executive orders to not necessarily do what President Obama has done, but close enough for me. Will, what did you think about that regarding the governor's attempt to try to define marriage between one man and one woman?
I can understand where you're coming from, JD, and I even agree with you. However, when the LGBT or whatever in the world it is they call themselves these
they keep
days,
changing it.
Go to court when when a state passes a constitutional amendment by a wide margin.
Right.
In California, when the LGBT community takes it to court, gets that constitutional amendment overturned as unconstitutional, what are we people supposed to do then?
Well, the only thing that we can do is ignore what happens, and the thing about it is that what is happening is we're having a fight picked against us, and what is happening is that judges and lawyers are in league with these people that are trying to redefine the Bible.
Because they're all liberal.
Well, it doesn't make any difference whether they're liberal or Martian or professional bowlers. It has no bearing whatsoever. First of all, to set aside the wants and needs, desires, and beliefs of your own neighbors to push what is something that your neighbors have, I think, is reprehensible. That politicians and lawyers and judges will uphold that gross affront to the voters of California or any other state that's voted for marriage being one man and one woman is absolutely anti-American. It is absolutely against the First Amendment of the Constitution. It is absolutely stupid. And the thing about it is those same people could enact civil unions anytime they wanted to.
We've had civil unions for over 20 years, JD.
I understand, Will.
Back during Clinton, they said, just give us this. We won't go any further. Well, they're like a bunch of chicks. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile or 10.
Well, whatever. I mean, all you can do is but, they're going to get the fight they're bargaining for if they don't stop. There are other people on the planet besides you and your partner and your wish to be united forever until you blow each other off, until you divorced each other. Okay? You don't get to redefine a biblical and societal institution that is at least thousands of years old just because you think you qualify. That's why there are civil ceremonies for marriage. Avail yourself of those. But leave my religion out of it. Just leave my Bible out of it. Okay? The teachings on this in my religion and my Bible are clear for you. And you can get all of these minions that you want to. You can get all the money changers in the temple that you want to try to change the way the things are laid out in the Bible if you'd like. You can thumb your nose at the Catholic Church. It's only been around 2,000 years. You can do all that. You can absolutely flip off every one of your neighbors who voted that marriage should be between one man and one woman in their state. You can do all that if you want to. But you know what? You're not making many friends. All you're doing is creating a mess that you can say, these people are being mean to me. That's right. All you had to do was keep flipping us off when it came to our religion and our Bible and our society and our freedoms and all the things that are American that you choose to want to just blow off because, well, your relationship with your current partner is just too important for anybody's vote, too important for anybody's First Amendment rights. Okay? Sorry, it's not. That's just not going to work. And to believe otherwise is, you are embarrassing yourselves. You're absolutely embarrassing yourselves. I mean, it's like, really? I mean, have you never read the Bible at all? I mean, did you not read the Constitution that says that I get to believe what's in the Bible if I choose? Did you not read the part where it says that I have religious freedom, not freedom to worship, freedom of religion? I think that's at least equal to your belief that you should be able to marry your current partner. Okay? Okay? Just saying. How far have we lost our minds? Pretty dang far. The Dallas, which I think is cool in an anachronistic kind of interesting way, did this thing where they auctioned off a stamp, if you will, a license to kill a black rhino. I don't know whether you've seen black rhinos or not, but they are gigantic. They're huge animals. And he went to, and Corey Knowlton ponied up the cash to win this hunting license in Namibia and went over there to kill this particular one of 4 black rhinos that were terrorizing a herd of black rhinos. He was accompanied by a CNN camera crew. And when you get right down to it, people are getting upset about the fact that's an endangered species, man. You're paying $350,000 to kill one of them. Yeah. Well, why don't you just give the money to somebody to help save the species? Okay, let me explain. The rhino that's going to get killed can't do anything to help. In fact, one of the rhinos that was named by the people who run the sanctuary in Namibia, how stupid are those people? They don't know anything. I mean, they just run the place. One of those rhinos died before Corey Knowlton could kill him of old age. But he killed one of the younger males that could have sired some other black rhinos. There are 4 of these black rhinos that have no business being in the herd. So what they do is they auction off opportunities to go kill one of them so that someone can have a black rhino head on their wall of their house, and they use the hundreds of thousands of dollars to breed other black rhinos, to feed villages, to do all kinds of things that help support the species. This is something that is very understandable, except for people who are completely nuts. Now, there are other kinds of hunts like this, and while I don't think they're very, shall we say, sportsmanlike, there are people that have brought rare, totally legally, breeding pairs of rare animals. I don't care if you have a problem with trophy hunting, okay? When I go hunting, you know what I'm going for? I'm going for food. That's what I'm going for. I want to kill a deer and make venison chili out of it. It's delicious. No, I'm telling you, it's delicious. It is so delicious that you can get a bowl of it. I can't remember the name of the restaurant where you can get a bowl of it. No, it's not my mom's house, but Susan makes a mean venison chili. It's delicious. Okay? Anyway, so it is. So that's why I go hunting. I don't go hunting so I can put somebody's head on my wall. I don't do that. But that doesn't mean I have a problem with Corey Knowlton wanting to do that. By all means. Why we have such a wonderful and thriving duck and deer population around the United States? It's not because of people who are saying, hey, you should just give money to these various deer places so they can feed the deer, because hunters go out there for venison chili and duck hunters go out there. Duck hunters have personally financed hundreds of thousands of acres of wetlands. Hundreds of thousands of acres of wetlands. What is this?
From CNN.
After black rhino hunt, a village celebrates meat delivery. The morning after he shot and killed a black rhino, Corey Knowlton returned to where the hunt ended for the final act. Knowlton and a small group of hunting guides spent hours in the brush of northern Namibia field dressing a nearly 3,000-pound rhino, cutting through 2-inch thick hide, revealing massive pieces of meat. The rhino meat was then loaded in the back of a large trailer, delivered to a small village in a desolate, seemingly forgotten spot. There was a modest church and a small schoolhouse. Most homes did not have running water or electricity, but boy, did they have rhino burgers. Rhino chili.
Jim Matthews, CPA.
Jim
Matthews, CPA.
Rhino omelets. It's probably the most awesome part of what it means to be a hunter and a provider, said Knowlton, who spent $350,000 for a permit to kill the thing and didn't get paid a dime for feeding an entire village for a year. 3,000 pounds of rhino? Wow. Unbelievable. The village is devastatingly poor. They must be. You know why? How do we know that they're devastatingly poor? They're eating rhinoceros. Okay? That's how poor they are. It's okay. This black rhino is going to actually have a nice trophy, and you need to get off of his back. This is the Wells Report. You know, when you get in trouble with the IRS, you panic. That's the first thing you do because they can ruin your life. They can absolutely ruin your life, especially if you're state. You try to find one of these great big law firms. You've seen them on television. They do all, and you go out there, don't do it. Do not do it. I'm Jon-David Wells from the Wells Report. What you need to do is you need to call somebody right here in North Texas. Jim Matthews CPA, North Texas. Jim Matthews CPA. He's a complete pro. He knows exactly what he's doing. I sat down with him. He's a fantastic guy. And he can get you out of trouble with the IRS before. These guys at Jim Matthews CPA Incorporated are local, experienced, results-driven. They know their stuff. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They understand everything that no one else understands about the IRS programs and what it means to be in trouble with the IRS. What they're going to do is do exactly, look, don't be afraid to call. Don't take a gamble of dealing with somebody out of state. If they don't haul the mail for you, you're stuck. Okay? Call Jim Matthews CPA right now. He's right down the street. 972-613-3034. 972-613-3034. Get your life back. 972-613-3034. Find out more. Go to JimMatthewsCPA.com. JimMatthewsCPA.com. Tell them you heard about it on the Wells Report.
Another hot Texas summer is upon us, and Mathis Air and Heat has a great offer for you right off the bat. With the American Standard All-Star Sales Event, Mathis Air is offering 100% financing interest for up to 60 months. That's 60 months on complete qualifying American Standard systems with approved credit or cash rebates. Mathis Air knows that's a home run, and with free estimates on equipment replacements, that's a grand slam. When it comes to service, call 972-2794-COOL for a $39 service call. Don't get thrown a curveball. Go with the company you can trust. As a certified customer care dealer, Mathis Air is about quality, honesty, and a great installation, because that's what matters most. Special financing or rebates available on qualifying products. See Mathis Air and Heat, your independent American Standard dealer, for details, or call 888-840-8084 for financing program details about credit costs. Offer expires June 30th, 2015. Make sure you're working with the best. Mathis Air and Heat. Call now, 972-2794-COOL. That's 972-279-4266.
Over the last 20 years, we've seen some dramatic changes in health insurance. Higher and higher premiums, more complex plans, limited providers. MediShare has been faithfully doing it God's way, where Christians help Christians by sharing each other's medical bills. The cost saving up to 60% lower than insurance premiums, and you never paid for things that go against your beliefs. Plus, you choose your own doctors from one of America's largest provider networks. Affordable, sensible, accepted. MediShare is healthcare that works.
Learn how thousands of Christians can help you save on your health care. For your information guide, call 877-26-BIBLE. Not available in Montana. MediShare, affordable biblical health care. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE.
Are you suffering with hearing loss? Are you sick of people constantly complaining that your TV is too loud? Your TV is too loud. Are you tired of asking people to speak up? Would you like to hear more clearly, but you don't want to wear a hearing aid that makes you look old? Then you Listen Clear, a life-changing breakthrough precisely designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. And you can adjust Listen Clear to find the perfect way to hear everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And right now you can try Listen Clear absolutely risk-free with free shipping. We'll even give you free batteries for life. So call 800-661-2231. Listen Clear is lightweight and completely hassle-free, and it's practically invisible. Call for your 100% risk-free home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now. 1-800-661-2231. That's 1-800-661-2231.
Uncertain times, you can't afford to take chances. So come on out to the Tier 1 Gun Show this weekend, May 23rd and 24th at the Mesquite Rodeo Convention Center. You'll find everything you need to protect yourself and your family. Guns, knives, Guns, knives, ammo, accessories, survival supplies, and much, much more, all in a safe, fun, and family-friendly environment. Parking is free, so be sure to trade at the Tier 1 Gun Show this weekend at the Mesquite Rodeo Convention Center. Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Visit Tier1Gunshows.com. Tier1Gunshows.com. Be there.
Rembrandt Rockefeller for Sovereign European Sleep Systems. Things that require a personalized fit. Shoes, pants, wedding rings, heck, even brassieres. Wouldn't you do the same with your mattress? 30 minutes with the professionals at Sovereign European Sleep Systems, and that's exactly what you can expect. A custom-tailored mattress and a vastly more comfortable sleeping experience. European quality and components at Made in America prices. Sovereign European Sleep Systems, Inwood and Lovers in Dallas. Learn more at SOV.
660 AM. 660 AM. The Answer. 660 AM. TheAnswer.com. If it's important to you, it's on the Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
Mark Davis will show up tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. You should too, because he has something very important to talk to you about. What could that possibly be? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here's Mark Davis to say so himself.
Hey, JD, good Wednesday evening to everybody. Tomorrow morning, before we even get started at 7, pop in on Fox 4. I do a weekly visit there on Fox 4's Good Day at about 6:35 each Thursday morning, and then we'll dive in at 7, talking about the documents released from the bin Laden raid, the field, how many candidates is too many, and why are all these people running? I have a theory, and we'll take a look at all of the overnight news, of course. Ready for you. Mark Davis Show for Thursday morning, 7 to 10 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Golly, can you imagine? I mean, thanks, Mark, by the way. So this village gets 3,000 pounds of rhinoceros. There's a guy named John Muley and his wife. He lives on a sand-covered patch of ground surrounded by a homemade fence with his wife and 5 children. Inside the fence are 5 children. Inside the fence are 5 tiny dwellings. He and his wife share one hut with 2 smallest children. His other children share the others. Muley supports his family by selling sacks of camel thorn pods. These ear-shaped pods are ground into a powder and used to feed animals. Each bag of 15 kilos sells for just... So there you are, peacefully minding your own business. You're Corey Knowlton. You've just been sawing through a 3,000-pound rhinoceros. You field dress the thing. You bring all this meat to this village, and you give it to these people. What happens after that? Well, the first thing they do is they start smiling. The second thing is the women start singing beautiful traditional African songs. The lyrics talk of praise and gratitude for the gifts their visitors have brought them. What's the reaction in America? How dare you shoot that rhinoceros for $350,000? Why don't you just give the money to people who will squander it or go to Switzerland and it will never be seen again? Yeah, why don't you do that? Yeah, that's what we've been doing for the last 50 years. Giving these people money that mysteriously never gets to these little villages. No. So what Corey Knowlton does is he goes out there and makes this entire food run possible. The people getting the food start singing songs. Who hear about it here in the United States start issuing snarky tweets and Facebook heading. And by the way, this guy's actually gotten death threats. For feeding an African village in Namibia. And oh, by the way, making the herd of black rhinos stronger, not weaker. And on and on. It is the circle of life. And the people that don't get it have just plain lost their minds. I'm wondering if these people just have to bitch about something. They just have to whine and complain. Well, there's a way to do that. It's called the Friday Flameout. It'll be on day after tomorrow, God willing. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer. Back with more in just a moment.
Hi, this is Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor. I'd like for you to join me on my talk show this weekend. What I do is teach people how to go the natural, organic route. I stir up trouble, too, because I throw out some things that a lot of people just don't think are correct. You know what? We have a lot of experience to back up what we recommend. Have healthier gardens and more fun gardening. Join me this and every weekend.
Join Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, every Sunday morning from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
If you're turning on the AC for the warm days of Walker Air Conditioning, hey, Mark Davis. My friends at Walker are a family business, but big enough to cover North Texas with reliable, honorable service for your AC units. No commission salesmen showing up. They're technicians sent to fix your problem at an affordable price. Oh, if it's time for a new unit, they've got all the best brands at all the best prices. But let Walker with techs who know what they're doing from a company you can trust. 52 years in the business, stellar customer reviews, A+ from the Better Business Bureau, specialists in AC and refrigeration for homes and business. Got a wine cellar, a wine fridge? They'll fix yours or install a new one. Walker AC, making sure you are cool and comfortable. Website is walkerac.com. That's walkerac.com. Phone number is 972-4-WALKER. 972-4-WALKER. walkerac.com.
Here's a crazy idea from Cash Call Mortgage. Take the mortgage you closed in the last year and look at redoing it at today's 15-year fixed 2.875% and APR with no closing costs. Just call 855-875-CASH, and with no cost or obligation, we'll tell you how much your payment could drop with the do-over refi. And you won't pay any points, deposits, or fees. None. It's so easy. Just do the regular paperwork, most of which you already did for your last refi, and we'll. So make the cash call at 855-875-CASH for today's 15-year fixed 2.875% rate and APR with absolutely no closing costs. The do-over refi, only from Cash Call Mortgage. Call 855-875-CASH and see for yourself.
Impact Mortgage Corp. DBA Cash Call Mortgage. 1 City Boulevard, West Suite 200, Orange, California, 968. Equal housing lender. Call 866-900-8744 for terms and restrictions. Subject to loan underwriting. Rates may change without notice. NMLS number 128231.
In 2002, a National Sleep Foundation poll found that 63% of women experience symptoms of insomnia at least a few nights per week. In my opinion, a major reason for insomnia is the Blue Card. It's a shopping and loyalty card, and it's free. That's right, free. No charge, nada. Next, you can receive up to 5% cash back on purchases. Most cards only offer 2% at most. No wonder you can't sleep. With the Blue Card, you can also get shopping points that you could use for online purchases. So it's cash back and shopping points. Am I keeping you awake? If you refer the Blue Card to someone, you could even earn money on their purchases. No, I'm serious. It's true. But it gets better. If you share the Blue Card with a merchant, you could earn on the purchases of everyone who uses the Blue Card at their store, too. There's no way you're going free Blue Card.
To get your free Blue Card, go to blue.com. That's bluecardshopping.com. bluecardshopping.com.
If you're overwhelmed by debt and thinking about going to a credit counseling company for help, think again, because the majority of those companies actually work for the credit card companies, and they make the credit card out of money from people just like you. But there's another way out of debt, and it's not bankruptcy. A way to reduce your debts and save you thousands of dollars. Even better, you can find out how for free by calling 1-800-998-5539. At Freedom Debt Relief, we're not a credit counseling organization. We're not a debt consolidation company. We offer a unique alternative to resolve your debt in the shortest amount of time. If you're thinking about a credit counselor, ask yourself this: are they working for you or the credit card companies? Reduce your debts and save thousands of dollars by learning the secrets to settling your debt. For free information, call 1-800-998-5539. It's 1-800-998-5539. 1-800-998-5539.
At Kubota, value means getting more than you expected for less than you thought. Like the L2501 DT compact tractor. Now with financing as low as 0% APR for up to 5 years and factory rebates, you can do more for less. That's value. That's Kubota. 0 down, 0% on select equipment now through June 30th, 2015. Financing through Kubota Credit Corporation USA. Subject to credit approval. Other exceptions may apply. For more information, call toll-free 1-888-465-8268. For more information or to find a participating dealer, visit Kubota.com.
660 AM, The Answer. 660 AM, TheAnswer.com. Only for Texas. This is the Wells Report on 660 AM, The Answer.
seconds. Clint Bruce, former U.S. Navy SEAL, co-founder of Carry the Load, is going to be joining us. They've got an event coming up this Memorial Day at Rivershawn Park. They're going to be going Sunday, May 24th, beginning around 3:30 in the afternoon, ending May 25th, Memorial Day, around noon. People are going to walk and walk and walk, carrying the load. More about that coming up in just a couple of moments. Differences of what happened in Waco and what happened in Baltimore and Ferguson, Missouri. What happened is that the firefight in Waco is raising questions about the perceptions and portrayals of crime in America, considering the vehement reaction that earlier protests got from police, politicians, and some members of the public. This is being written by Jesse Holland of the Associated Press, by the way. The images in Baltimore and Ferguson were police in riot gear, handcuffed protesters, tear gas, and mass arrests. The main images of a fatal gun battle between armed bikers and police in Waco, Texas, showed mass arrests carried out by nonchalant-looking officers sitting around calm bikers talking on cell phones. There was no live news coverage of the Waco shootout, according to Jesse Holland. True, there was live coverage. He says, without that live coverage, even though that's wrong, the incident at a Texas restaurant hasn't been used as a bridge to discuss other issues about families, poverty, crime, media critics, columnists, civil rights activists. Well, there is a very plain and straightforward reason why these things are being handled differently. First of all, there is no analog like Al Sharpton standing up and whipping everybody into a frothy frenzy over people in a motorcycle gang getting killed. It happens all the time. There's no Harley Sharpton. Nobody's going to get overly exercised about motorcycle gang members. It's kind of a hobby. I mean, it's like, okay. Young black guys walking around in Baltimore getting shot by police. There's a bit of a difference. Or being killed, being arrested for, although we don't know, there's a difference. They're trying to say that, the people that got the withering criticism in Baltimore about black families and the way they're, well, but, it seemed kind of strange that what you would do is you would protest Freddie Gray's killing by burning down a CVS drugstore. They didn't even set fire to Twin Peaks. They just had a misunderstanding about a parking place, and you can see how that would lead to gunplay. Okay, I can't see it either. Well, hey, if somebody puts the word Texas on their motorcycle jackets, shoot them. Okay, I don't understand that either. It's a patch. So Freddie Gray, small-time criminal, perhaps a drug dealer, runs across a couple of cops, panics, starts to run. They chase him down for no reason, break his neck, he dies. Yeah, I can see running into the street for that. I can see it. And as everybody was walking around and so on and so forth and protesting and all of that peacefully, I said, yeah, that's fine. But when the city fathers and all the people running Baltimore started fomenting a riot, which they wanted apparently, and I start seeing kids throwing bricks at cops, and I start seeing people looting local businesses, and I start seeing the unbelievable hypocrisy of all of it, I don't know, call me crazy, but I don't agree with that. See, I know that Jesse Holland is probably not happy with the way that the neighborhoods of Baltimore were portrayed when it came down to Freddie Gray's death and all of that. I understand. I understand that all of the hassle in Ferguson, Missouri was real embarrassing to the black community at large. I got it. But to try to tie these two events together as to how come people aren't questioning the fatherhood of motorcycle gang members? Really? This might make a very interesting project in a college journalism class, but you're writing for the Associated Press. And I just have to make this plain. If you live in a neighborhood that is ripe for criticism, maybe you shouldn't do the things that bring that criticism from a normal din to full flippin' blast. Okay? Maybe you shouldn't do that. Maybe you shouldn't throw bricks at cops. Maybe you shouldn't set fire to CVS drugstores. If you don't want that kind of criticism, maybe you should do that. Or not do those things. Maybe you should stop people who want to do that. Maybe you want to do that. Maybe you should do that. But if two motorcycle gangs, bicycle gangs, it was pathetic to see those guys in their little spandex, shooting at each other with
water bottles.
Water bottles. It was pitiful to see all that. I mean, seriously? Jesse, look, people are going to notice that they look stupid when they do. I've made fun of these motorcycle gangs. I mean, goodness gracious. Place? Really? Stop it. Unbelievable. Let me get to Clint Bruce. Clint Bruce is the co-founder of Carry the Load. He is a former Navy SEAL. Something tells me he's still a Navy SEAL. He's just not working every day in the teams. He is a global intelligence advisor. He works for the Trident Response Group, a global intelligence and advisory group headquartered in Dallas, Texas. I want to send you a resume, but I don't qualify at any level to work with you. He is a standout football player at the United States Naval Academy, led a Bowl championship team. That's awesome, man. Welcome to the Wells Report. Good to have you here.
Hey, I'm glad to be on. Thanks for the opportunity to visit with you.
All right, Clint Bruce, let's talk about Carry the Load. It's happening this Memorial Day, and you're trying to bring the focus of Memorial Day back onto what its true meaning is.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're doing. We're way past try at this point, 5 years down the road. I think the numbers over the last 5 years have really borne out that America wants to do Memorial Day better. And it's what Carry the Load does, and an opportunity to do that here in Dallas. And throughout the whole month of May, as we honor some of the other sacrificial services with the Memorial May National Relay, which is, I was just up in Hot Springs, Arkansas this morning. We stepped off from the cemetery of West Point on April 28th. We've been walking towards Dallas since then.
That's awesome, man. Tell me, how did you come up?
Well, I'll tell you, I was just angry, honestly. I was in the SEAL teams and saw kind of this nation that we loved and we fought for, treating this very sacred weekend as just this 3-day mattress sale and this 3-day car sale. And listen, I'm a capitalist. I enjoy our economics and I enjoy kind of our free market system, but I also think we need to take a moment to remember the day for what it is. And that just wasn't happening. So, the story is I was at a barbecue with my wife and some great friends, and I was just really not there. I buried a lot of friends. This was after Red Wings and after we'd lost some of our friends. And my wife just grabbed me. She knew I was upset. She knew I was frustrated, and she also knew that I was an older gentleman that I just knew was a World War II gentleman. And I was going to say something to him as I got close to him, and he actually said something to me first. And I pulled my headphones out, and he said, "Son," and I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Who are you carrying?" And the tumbler just kind of fell in place to me. And, I was walking with my friends and walking with guys I missed and walking with guys who had made the ultimate sacrifice with every step around that lake with all that weight on my back. And I shared that story with a few friends, Stephen Holly, we served in the SEAL teams together, played football together at the Naval Academy, and then just great American citizens that were saying, "Hey, Clint, we want to do this better. How should we do that?" And that's turned into the month-long mission to make Memorial Day matter again and to honor the sacrifices of law enforcement, firefighters, and rescue personnel as well.
He is Clint Bruce, co-founder of Carry the Load, former U.S. Navy SEAL. It's happening at Rivershawn Park, 3505 Maple Avenue in Dallas, 75219. You can get more info at carrytheload.org.
If you want to go to the mysterious Facebook machine that I don't fully understand yet, we have our Carry the Load Facebook page, and that's just as informative.
Were you were a linebacker for the Naval Academy?
I was. It was the most anger and the least thinking. I fit right in there. I enjoyed that position.
The most anger and the least thinking. I got it. Yeah, I somehow I could just guess, because I was sitting there thinking the mysterious Facebook. He's a linebacker. Yeah.
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 I was kind of raised by Dick Bumpus over and Gary Patterson over there at TCU. They coached Naval Academy when I was there. It's funny. I don't think Gary Patterson would ever say I actually played linebacker. I just ran around and tackled people, and it seemed to work for a little while. But I was not his favorite linebacker.
Yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, you may not be fancy, but if you're a wrecking ball flying around on a football field, you can mete out some serious
That was my
damage.
major.
That was your
right there,
exactly right, exactly. Hey, listen, I want to ask you a question, and I probably should have gone over this before I talked to you, but I didn't have a chance. But I've been thinking about you guys a lot. I've been thinking about the teams, and I've been thinking I've had the awesome privilege of being able to hang around you guys, and you've shown us how you deal with the loss of so many people. I mean, you guys, you graduated with class 217, reported to SEAL Team 5. You get so close to those men on the teams that you have dealt with, and I don't know how you can deal with their loss. Yeah. And how do you deal with that? How do you deal? Let me just say, how do you deal with this unbelievably dangerous profession and these deep friendships and losing those things? How do you deal with it?
Well, first, there's no victims in the special operations community. We're an all-volunteer force. We know the deal. There's a part of us that wants to test ourselves against the measure of our enemies and the mighty missions that we get to go on. So, there's no accidental Marines or soldiers or airmen. I mean, so it's, we're an all-volunteer nation, so we're not going to have anybody on the bleeding edge surprised by what they find there. But we do need to do a better job of missing the guys when they're gone, and we know that's part of it. And my daughters have grown up with Carry the Load, and my daughter really kind of crystallized it for me a couple of years ago when I was carrying her and one of my friend's daughters on my shoulders. And this was a friend that we had lost, and when I set them down, my daughter came back to me, and she knew I was kind of having a heavy moment. She said, "Daddy, are you sad?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm sad." She goes, "Do you miss your friends?" I said, "Yeah, I do." I said, "But here's the deal, babe. I could be sad because I never knew such men. And I got to tell you, I'd rather be sad that I miss my friends than to have never known such men as this." And so I choose my sadness over not having an opportunity to breathe this rare air with these men and women I got to serve among the SEAL teams and then the Marine Corps, Army, and Air Force. And now that I'm on the law enforcement firefighting community and law enforcement firefighting community and women, I would rather miss them than have not known them.
Thanks. Because that's been weighing on my mind for a long time, Clint. Thanks very much for that answer. Good for you. Carry the Load. I don't know that I'm going to be able to be there, but I'm going to try. Okay. And
please do, and go check it out and tell us who you're carrying.
Yeah, man.
That's what we love hearing.
God bless you, and God bless your endeavors, and God bless the ones that you've done for us to give us our country, and God bless the ones that you have ahead of you. You're a great man. Thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you so much.
You bet. I don't know that you have anything better to do. Pack up a rucksack. Take plenty of water with you. Some snackies. Go out and walk all night with Clint Bruce. Carrytheload.org. 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 If you want more information, you can go to the Wells Report page of 660 AM The Answer. Everything you need to know is right there. And I'll do my best to see you the afternoon of Sunday, May 24th, as we start walking. This is the Wells Report.
Dennis Gibbs, the boat guy, here with the Big Boat and Outdoor Show. It's boating time, folks, so don't forget to tune in to the only boating talk show, 660 AM The Answer, every Saturday evening from 6 to 7 p.m. Brought to you by BoatSelect.com, the site with thousands of boats for sale, or list your boat for free on BoatSelect.com. I know you have questions about your boat or one you're buying. Email those questions to me at BigBoatShow@yahoo.com.
Hey, everybody, Mark to share something with you about DLS, dysfunctional lens syndrome. What is that? Well, let me ask you, are you over 40? Do you experience minor glare in your vision that you didn't used to have, or maybe poor near vision without your reading glasses, particularly in low light conditions? If so, you may be experiencing dysfunctional lens syndrome, DLS. The team at Climate Evangelista has a range of procedures designed to help you overcome DLS and enjoy an active lifestyle. So give them a call, 1-800-714-2020. 1-800-714-2020. Climate Evangelista has a dysfunctional lens syndrome screening. Following treatment for DLS, a lot of patients have reported a range of benefits: reduced dependency on readers or bifocals, improved night vision. It's a great deal. Or learn more about DLS by visiting dlsyndrome.com. That's the letter D, letter L, syndrome.com. And Climate Evangelista is always there for you at 714-2020.
Hi, I'm John Hill, founder of the Good Contractors List. I get asked a lot if the Good Contractors List is like Angie's List, so I thought I'd take the time to do a comparison and let you decide. On the Good Contractors List, we actually meet every one of our contractors face-to-face and have an extensive screening process. On Angie's List, you can pay to read review, overhead, and sales tactics when choosing our contractors. On Angie's List, you can pay to read reviews. If one of our contractors refuses to fix a problem, we investigate fully and pay up to $10,000 of our own money to get it fixed. On Angie's List, you can write a bad review and you're on your own. The Good Contractors List is absolutely free with a $10,000 guarantee. Reviews are good. Responsibility is better.
Cash rebates. Mathis Air knows that's a home run, and with free estimates on equipment replacements, that's a grand slam. When it comes to service, call 979-$39 service call. Don't get thrown a curveball. Go with the company you can trust. As a certified customer care dealer, Mathis Air is about quality, honesty, and a great installation, because that's what matters most. Special financing or rebates available on qualifying products. See Mathis Air and Heat, your independent American Standard dealer, for details. Or call 888-840-8084 for program details about credit costs. Offer expires June 30th, 2015. Make sure you're working with the best. Mathis Air and Heat. Call now, 972-279-4COOL. That's 972-279-4266.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head dealing with monthly payments, there's a powerful secret credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $5,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Debt Relief Advocates, and we're offering you free information on how to virtually eliminate your credit card debt and make your monthly payment affordable. To see how much you could save, call now, 1-800-400-0096. Don't declare bankruptcy. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Debt Relief Advocates now. Call Debt Relief Advocates now and see how much money you could save for free. 1-800-400-0096. That's 1-800-400-0096. 1-800-400-0009.
Whether you're retired or soon to be retired, listen up. Do not be caught in one or more of the 11 mistakes retirees make that could cost you all of your money. It doesn't matter how well off you are financially, you could make the easy mistake that washes away all of your financial security. Call Optimum Retirement Planning today at 866-882-5447 to make sure that you are not wasting your money. Call now and receive your free copy of the 11 biggest mistakes retirees make and how to avoid them. 866-882-5447.
660 AM, The Answer. The Wells Report, a daily good old-fashioned North Texas barbecue of anybody trying to take advantage of us on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. And so I have two stories here. Los Angeles just approved a $15 minimum wage by 2020. Yeah, the vote is the latest victory for activists championing a minimum wage increase nationwide. You know why they're doing this, right? so that people working at McDonald's can afford Obamacare. That's all this is. It's not working what this is because the kids don't care. Yeah, we're going to get you a raise. And then what we're going to do is we're going to ask you to go ahead and give back the raise to the government. No, that's not what's going to happen. And then there's this other article by Michael Strain who says, so pleased with itself for passing the $15 minimum wage. They just shot themselves in the foot. Increasing the minimum wage increases the cost of employing minimum wage workers. Because of this, many economists say that a higher minimum wage will translate into fewer jobs. Yeah, a rising tide lifts all boats. You know, a lowering tide lowers all boats. Nice job, morons. This is the Wells Report. Do you have an IRA or an old 401k from a previous employer? I'm Jon-David Wells from the Wells Report for InvestingMakesMeSick.com. Are you wondering about how to grow your investments to get to retirement, but want more choices than stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or annuities? Do you even
many more investment choices than you realize? You worked hard for your money for years, and now is the time to understand your investments and know your choices. InvestingMakesMeSick.com offers education and our We Come to You service and more choices than just stocks, bonds.
Yes, sir. To schedule an appointment with Walt or an InvestingMakesMeSick.com advisor, call 972-463-3833, 972-463-3833, or log on to InvestingMakesMeSick.com. All investments involve risk. Investments may be considered speculative and incur substantial fees and expenses borne by the investor. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Titan. Investment advisory services offered through Titan Securities. InvestingMakesMeSick.com and Titan Securities are not affiliated.
More than I do. To prove it, this week I have Taurus 709 Slim Pistols. Normal dealer wholesale was $286. Right now I've got them for you for only $199. That's right, $199. Plus, I'll still give you a free CHL class. In-store only and while they last, so get here quick. That's the Crazy Gun Dealer in Alvarado, just 30 minutes south of Dallas or 20 minutes south of Fort Worth. Keep up with our crazy offers. Text CRAZY to 753 at crazygundealer.com or give us a call at 855-329-GUNS. And finally, folks, I want you to remember, if I don't already have the best gun deal anywhere, I'll beat any price, anywhere, gun to gun, because nobody wants your business more than I do.
All offers and promotions subject to change or restrictions. See store for complete details.
This is 660 AM, The Answer. A service of Salem Media Group on the NASDAQ as SALM, KSKY, Balch Springs, Dallas, Fort Worth. 660 AM, The Answer.
Fox News Radio, I'm Karen McHugh. More than 100,000 gallons of crude oil may have leaked from a burst pipeline near California's Refugio State Beach. It's shut down, and the big cleanup is underway.
These sensitive areas have been closed because of health hazards, the health hazards of the crude oil in the water.
Captain Jennifer Coast Guard, the spills produced an oil slick 9 miles long. An Omaha, Nebraska police officer has been killed in the line of duty. 29-year-old officer Carrie Orozco was shot dead while delivering an arrest warrant. She was to have gone on maternity leave tomorrow. The 26-year-old suspect was killed in the police shootout. David Letterman says goodbye for the last time tonight.
Letterman has been a mainstay in Hours TV for 33 years on 2 networks. The last show featured an all-star top 10 list, a performance by the group Foo Fighters, and the host's farewell with his family at his side.
Fox Radio's Gernal Scott. Fox News, we report, you decide.
660 AM, The Answer.
The stock market is at record highs, but will it keep going up, or are we due for another major correction? The financial newspapers are reporting that record numbers of major investors are leaving the market. If you're worried about the roller coaster stock market, there are some alternative ways to grow your money and build a solid, predictable retirement. The team at Guardian Financial Management will show you how to grow your money and still sleep well at night. Tune in to Plain Talk, No Worries. Financial Sunday at 7 a.m. on 660 AM, The Answer.
Hey, it's Mark Davis for my friends at USMD Prostate Cancer Center. Prostate cancer, like all cancers, can get complicated because there's so many genetic variations of the disease. There's no one treatment that's right for every guy. So it's not an exaggeration to say that being well informed is critical to your survival and quality of life after prostate cancer treatment. But where will you go? Maybe you've been diagnosed. Maybe you've been hearing me badger you about getting tested once you hit that 3 circumstances that makes you want to get in touch with the USMD Prostate Cancer Center. Well, good. 1-888-PROSTATE and 888prostate.com. A team of physicians specializing in different treatment options. Every patient is different, but the goal is always the same. Get prostate cancer behind you in the rearview mirror so it doesn't take you down. These are heroes to me. I love them. 1-888-PROSTATE or 888prostate.com. Learn more at the USMD Prostate Cancer Center. 1-888-PROSTATE or 888prostate.com.
Have you ever responded to cleaning only to find yourself playing Let's Make a Deal once the crew arrived? When you made your appointment, it was all about discounts, free areas, and maybe even gift with purchase. But when the carpet cleaner arrived, it was an extra charge for this and that, and lots of pressure to buy extra things you didn't want. At Dalworth Clean, we've cleaned over 1 million homes since 1976. And there's a good reason we consistently have an A rating from the Better Business Bureau and win the Consumer's Choice Award year after year. Our focus is on making you happy, not making you spend more. So if the deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Call Dalworth Clean instead and find out why after almost 40 years, it's still true. The next best thing to do is Dalworth Clean. Visit Dalworth.com, get a free quote, make your appointment 24/7.
Call 267-8433 because the next best thing to do is Dalworth Clean.
According to Forbes magazine, Saudi Arabia's Prince Al-Walid with over $21 billion, 35th richest person in the world. Being a Saudi prince, you just naturally assume he inherited his money, which I'm sure is partly true. However, he made a lot of his money by investing in banking and financial services, hotels and hotel management companies, mass media, entertainment, retail, agriculture, petrochemicals, aviation technology, and real estate all over the world. He's making money off about anything people buy anywhere. You may not be a Saudi prince, but you can make money on about anything people buy almost anywhere by getting your free blue card. The Blue Card is a loyalty rewards card that not only gets you discounts on purchases, but up to 5% cash back on what you buy. If you refer someone to the Blue Card, you could earn money on what they buy. And if you refer the Blue Card to a business, you could earn on the purchases of anyone who uses the Blue Card in their store or almost anywhere.
To get your free Blue Card, go to bluecardshopping.com. That's bluecardshopping.com. bluecardshopping.com.
Business owners, listen up. Give me an I.
Give me an M.
Give me a Z. What's that spell? Incorporate. Protection. Success. Incorporate your business.
INC. If you're about to start a business, these 3 little letters can make the difference between making a fortune and losing everything. Because if you're not incorporated and someone sues your business, you can lose it all. Your home, your car, even your life savings. That's why Incorporate.com is now incorporate or form an LLC in just 10 minutes. Protect your home, protect your car, protect your life savings. Call 1-800-500-9483 for your free 10-minute incorporation guide from Incorporate.com. They don't provide legal or financial advice. They just make incorporating quick and easy.
Incorporation, protection, success. Incorporate your business.
Call now for your free guide. 1-800-500-9483. That's 1-800-500-9483.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance to help, you should give Physicians Mutual Insurance Company a call. 1-800-9887. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away. So you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no annual maximum. Your acceptance is guaranteed for one of these insurance policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Call in the next 10 minutes and we'll rush you a free information kit with all the details. 1-800-200-9887. That's 1-800-200-9887. 1-800-200-9887.
If you've got questions, we've got answers. 660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. So is Speaker Joe Straus about to deal with Texas unions? Is he really about to do that? it seems as though there was a Senate bill that was passed, Senate Bill 1968, that would prohibit union dues from being automatically withheld from Texas government employees. That was passed by the Texas Senate. The bill is now in the hands of Speaker Joe Strauss, who's going to decide whether to refer the bill either to a committee that passes it or one that buries it. By the way, already derailed an earlier version of this bill by sending it to a committee chaired by a Democrat. He is ostensibly a Republican. I don't know why he calls himself a Republican. Oh, wait, yes, I do, because he's dishonestly representing himself as a Republican while he does Democrat business. And people in San Antonio are either too busy or too stupid to realize that they are electing a guy who is following in the terribly importantest politics. I can't believe that they could be that dumb, but that's the way it goes, I guess. Now, I don't know why the House would hold this up. And I don't know why the House is in the hands of a rhino that, for whatever reason, does not want to do the conservative business that we, the people of Texas, have demanded over not one biennium, not two bienniums, but now 3 bienniums. What is going on? Here to help us untangle this is Brian Olson. He's a former executive director of the Texas chapter of the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. Ask me, whatever, it's the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. You're saying, wait a minute, you're having a former director? Yeah, apparently he's seen the light on this particular circumstance and joined. He's seen the light on this particular circumstance and joins us. Brian, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I think I've got some good news for you.
I'm in.
It has been referred to a committee in the House, State Affairs.
Yes.
Byron Cook is the chairman.
Ah. Now, Byron Cook is not a Democrat.
No. And he's, I've known him for several years. He's out of Corsicana.
Yeah.
And it'll be up for testimony tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. I'll be testifying on behalf of the bill because I support the bill. And you're right. I was with the union for years. But we were more conservative.
Well, what changed your mind, though? I mean, this
about
is
75% of the correctional officers we had were Republicans. So we kind of kept a conservative profile. In 2013, the International Union out of Washington, D.C. moved into Texas. They were going to help us, made a bunch of promises. Well, they came in. They did not keep any of the promises they made. They brought a blue state agenda. And in May of last year, in 2014, I said, I've had enough. I'm not going to turn on my Republican friends.
Attaboy.
John Otto, Byron Cook, Louis Kolkhorst, Senator Kolkhorst now. Oh, and that was their agenda. They're like a lightning rod for liberalism. And I saw an opportunity to change things. I want to form my own organization, which is a conservative organization that is an advocacy group for criminal justice employees, but it's a private not-for-profit corporation with a conservative slant.
Well, that's good, man. I mean, because, the thing about it is that when you take money out of people.
Yes. And the labor unions, particularly the AFSCME, who's the Union for State Correctional Employees, which is up to almost 4,000 members, they are now taking what's called per capita tax out every month and sending it to Washington, D.C. So if these guys are paying, men and women are paying $33 a month in to the union, $13 of that every month goes to Washington, D.C. And do the numbers. If you've got 4,000 members and they're taking $13 a month per member every month, that's a lot of cash that's going to Washington, D.C. for liberal agendas.
Let me see if I can work that out.
We didn't do that when I ran it. I would not allow that.
Well, why?
But now they're doing it. And I just said, I've had enough.
I got it. So let me see if I got this straight. Let me do just a little bit of math here. You're saying 4,000 people times, what is it? $13. $13. Let's see, 13.00 equal. Well, that's $52,000, Brian.
A month.
That's a month.
12.
That's $52,000 a month. And where's it going in Washington?
Well, that's the question. They say, well, we can't use that money for political action, but you know what? They can do it to pay for employees that can come back here, work for the blue state agenda, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Okay, so they take the money. Now, who is they? Is this Ask Me?
International out of Washington, D.C. That's where their headquarters is.
Okay, so what they do is they keep half the dues here and they send the rest to Washington, $52,000 a month. And with the $52,000 a month, they send people from Washington back to Texas to work for the blue state agenda.
Yeah, and they also pay their fat cat salaries up there. If you ever want to look at what they make, go to unionfacts.com.
Yeah.
And you'll see some of these $400,000 or $500,000 fat cat salaries too.
Brian Olson is our guest, former executive of the director of the Texas chapter of the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees. And he did because he did not want to play this union game. He is a supporter of a bill that is going to, I guess, strip the capability of unions to charge union dues for non-union members who happen to work in union shops. And, you know, I hope they get that done as quickly as they possibly can.
Well, it's taxpayers are paying for it to happen right now in Texas. The union dues are taken out by the state, and then they send it to the unions. You and I are paying for that as taxpayers. That's a subsidy given to the unions. That's what this bill is about. Stop paying for them to collect the dues from the state of Texas. Let them collect their own dues. Let's get out of the subsidies for the unions paid for by you and I as taxpayers.
You know what I've noticed, Brian? I've noticed that an awful lot of unions no longer care about American workers. They just care about numbers of people paying dues. You know,
they're going to use, they don't care about the workers here in Texas. They're worried about their agendas that they're trying to push across the country that don't match with our Texas conservative core values.
What I'm trying to figure out, Brian, is when did a workers' union become a political action committee?
Well, it happened a number of years ago, and it's only gotten worse. And it's gotten to the point now where here in Texas, these correctional officers are paying dues. They don't even know where the money's going. They don't understand that it's going for things that they don't match up with Texas values. These are people out of Washington, D.C. with ultra-liberal agendas who want to interfere and have you and I pay for it. That doesn't work for me.
It doesn't work for me either. You testified before the Texas Senate, and you said more than a third of the money that the union collects in Texas was sent to Washington, D.C., and those funds helped support the union's contributions to liberal groups and causes, including $150,000 to the Center for American Progress and $30,000 to Media Matters.
Absolutely. Which
unbelievable.
Are liberal causes that you and I and the average Texan does not believe in. And this bill says more. Let them collect their own dues. Get Texas out of the union administration business. Get Texas out of making Texas taxpayers pay for it. And we've got a good state representative up there who's on this state affairs committee from Dallas. His name's Charlie Guerin, and he's a good man. We sure use some help getting him to make sure he votes for this thing.
Yeah, okay. So basically what we want to do is we want to make sure that everybody that's within the sound of my voice that knows who their Texas representative is, call them on the telephone and have them support Senate Bill 1968.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a good thing to me. If people want to know more about this, Brian, where do they go and what do they do?
If they want to know more about the bill, they go to Texas Legislature online. They can look up, they can read the text, they can read our testimony, and they can see how the bill's progressing. And it's really a great website. I use it myself. And you can look up bills and you can look up everything. And you can see how people voted. And that's what's important in this kind of thing.
Yeah, it really is, especially when you're starting to think about voting in the 2016 or the next elections, 2016.
Absolutely, because we have some changes we need to make in Texas with some Republicans who claim to be Republicans who really may not be.
Which takes us seamlessly back to Joe Strauss. So you're saying that Joe Strauss did not send this to a committee that would kill the bill, actually gave it a fighting chance by sending it to Byron York.
Yeah, this time it did. But
Byron Cook, not Byron York.
public's started to find out about this, and I think some people got kind of worried. Said, well, you know what? This thing's getting some legs. Maybe we need to pass this bill.
Yeah, they need to pass that bill.
Some people down at Capitol are starting to think about their futures, and they better.
They need to. I mean, it's like very slowly, and I've watched this over the last 3 elections. Very slowly, we are finally getting the right people down in the Texas House to do the people's business. We've been really good from a Senate standpoint, but now, I mean, what we're doing is we're finally getting some of these people out of the way here. Now, what I'm still trying for the tall grass in this one, I mean, certainly he set this bill aside once already. He derailed an earlier version of the bill.
Absolutely did.
Yeah. So maybe he's learning something. Can I say
I hope
that?
he is, because if not, then we need to get rid of him. And it's to the point now in Texas, the people, they have conservative ideals. Then let's get some people in there who also agree with us.
I agree.
Will vote with us.
Yeah. And what is the name of the organization that you have put together, Brian?
It's called United Criminal Justice Employees of Texas. We're an advocacy group. We're a private not-for-profit corporation, but we're conservative. But we work with people within the criminal justice system. We help them, and we advocate for them, advise them, train them, show them how to be better professionals and people within the community. And we're pretty successful at it. I came out of parole myself. I used to be a parole officer up in Dallas.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and go ahead.
And if anybody wants to find out more about us, they can go to ucjet.org.
Now, you're a 501c3, right? Okay, and people can donate to you if they want to.
Sure. Anybody can contribute. Anybody can become a member. But if you're part of the criminal justice community, we can help you on the job, and we can help train you in how to go down to Austin and teach people to vote the right way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what you can do is you can lead those horses to water and watch them drink happily.
Yes.
Brian, I really appreciated this conversation, my friend.
Thank you for having me on your show. I love your show, and
thank you.
Keep up the great work.
Yes, sir. I will absolutely do that. And when there's something popping up on your radar, why don't you give us a call? Vicki would love to work it out so we can have you on the air again, I'm sure.
I'd appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Take good care of Brian Olson, one of the good guys, former executive of a union he no longer agrees with, and is trying to do his best to make sure that people who work for this particular union, the American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, don't pay dues they are not required to pay. And I am 100% behind that. You're listening to the Wells Report on 660 AM The Answer. You know something? You need a CPA. You need a really good accountant. And I know one. His name is Jim Matthews. Jim Matthews, CPA Incorporated, is somebody you need to have in your corner, whether you've got trouble with the IRS or not. But let's assume that you do. If you've got trouble with the IRS, you know what you need to do? You need to hire Jim Matthews, CPA, to help you untangle it. And you don't need to do what people are doing, crazily enough. They're going to out-of-state organizations to do this. Don't do it. Do not go to an out-of-state organization to work on an IRS problem when you live in Texas, especially when there's Jim Matthews Business Bureau. They understand everything you need to know about the IRS, and they will gladly get you out of whatever trouble you happen to be in, get the IRS off your back so you can get on with your life. Look, what you need to do is you need to not be afraid. Do not take a gamble of dealing with somebody out of state. 3034-972-613-3034. You can go to their website, jimmatthewscpa.com. jimmatthewscpa.com. Once again, the number 972-613-3034. Give them a call. Tell them you heard about it on the Wells Report.
Hi, this is Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor. I'd like for you to join me on my talk show this week. What I do is teach people how to go the natural, organic route. I stir up trouble, too, because I throw out some things that a lot of people just don't think are correct. You know what? We have a lot of experience to back up what we recommend. Have healthier gardens and more fun gardening. Join me this and every weekend.
Join Howard Garrett, the Dirt Doctor, every Sunday morning from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer.
Look, honey, this ad says we can get a new air conditioning unit for only $1,500.
That's incredible. Let's get it now.
There you go. Enjoy.
Wait, what?
You didn't think we'd install it for that price, did you?
There you go, folks. In this business, if it sounds too good to be true, well, then it probably is. I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning, and if you're tired of crazy gimmicks, give us a call. Our techs don't work on commission, and we don't do high-pressure sales. Right now, with Carrier's Cool Cash, you can save over $3,500 on a new Infinity system. Plus, you might also qualify for an additional $1,000 off from your utility provider. So call the other guys first, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our numbers are ReliantAirConditioning.com.
Reliant Air Conditioning. Call 877 your hero.
It seemed like every year we were paying higher premiums with higher deductibles for these complicated healthcare plans we really couldn't afford to use. And then a friend, it's Christians across America, who share each other's medical bills. We found a family option that was exactly what we were looking for, and the cost savings were amazing. As a family of four, we had been paying $940 a month. Now with MediShare, we pay $420. That's less than half the cost of insurance. Talk about some huge stress relief. MediShare is healthcare that really works.
Learn how thousands of Christians can help you save on your healthcare. For your free information guide, call 877-26-BIBLE. Not available in Montana. MediShare, affordable biblical healthcare. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE.
Rockefeller for Sovereign European Sleep Systems. Are you aware that your current mattress may contain a toxic little secret? Most mattresses contain flame retardant chemicals that have been linked to serious health risks like infertility, low IQ scores, behavioral problems in children, and all sorts of cancers. So if you find this disturbing and you'd prefer not to sleep in toxic soup, take a trip to Sovereign European Sleep Systems. Their mattresses are third-party certified as free of harmful chemicals. Sovereign European Sleep Systems, Inwood and Lovers in Dallas. Learn more at sovn.com.
Warning, whether you're retired or soon to be retired, listen up. Do not be caught in one or more of the 11 mistakes retirees make that could cost you all of your money. It doesn't matter how well off you are financially, you could make the easy mistake that washes away all of your financial security. Call Optimum Retirement, the 11 biggest mistakes retirees make and how to avoid them. 866-882-5447.
Did you know colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in Texas, but that 90% of colon cancers can be avoided with early detection? Southwest Endoscopy is the first facility in North Texas to use the revolutionary Fuse Full Spectrum Endoscopy System, enabling a 330-degree panoramic view of your colon. Due for a colonoscopy? Don't become a statistic. Insist on Fuse. Contact Southwest Endoscopy and Surgery Center at 817-293-9292 or visit swgiclinic.com.
Need more fodder while arguing with your liberal friends? We've for Texas. This is the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. You know, the union movement in days, and it's because they've been hijacked. The union movement has been hijacked by politicians. And I don't know why the union members put up with it. I don't understand it. You know, at some point or another, if you continue to abuse power, it will be taken away from you. I was a member of a union briefly once, the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. They organized the DJs in Sacramento, California. For all I know, they still are organized by that union. So what did I get for my money? And I, by the way, had to pay union dues, even though I wasn't a full member of the union. There was a probationary pay. I think the probationary period was like a year where you paid union dues, but you didn't have any benefits. Not that there were many benefits to have. There was a strike at a local grocery store, and we were told not to pass the picket lines, right? Not to cross the picket lines, and I didn't. You know, And I remember talking to a dear friend of mine whose father was, and he always used to say that unions were necessary evils. He said they were necessary, but they were evil. Now they're just political. What they've done is they have changed the way they operate. All they care about is membership. And what about the real, honest to goodness, working men and women of the United States that suddenly don't have anybody helping them be better workers, covering their needs and so on and so forth? Most unions are actually going out and organizing illegal labor. Illegal labor. What they want to do is they just want dues. Why? Because they have a political agenda to pay for. Well, that's not what a union's for. A union is about the working conditions of the worker, not the salary conditions, of a union. It's not about how many zeros are behind your paycheck. I say that if you're making $500,000 a year running a union, you're screwing your union workers. That's what I say. I say you cut your. I say what you do is you cut your salary in half and put $250,000 into the strike fund. How about that? You're listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. Coming up in just a couple of seconds. So, what is this story between politics and unions that tells Boeing what to do?
Hi, folks. Alan Thicke here, and you've probably heard, maybe from me, that if you owe the IRS money, they can do some scary things. Garnish your wages, levy your bank account, even seize your home or business. You add on the penalties and interest, and getting out of debt can seem impossible. Back taxes are for real. It's not a game. But the game changes when you have a team of tax experts on your side. The professionals at Optima Tax Relief can immediately protect you from aggressive collections. And for a limited time, the IRS is offering a tax debt forgiveness program. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative. With the help of Optima, you may qualify for a settlement that saves you thousands. Nobody knows the game better than the Optima team. Don't wait till it's game over. Let their experts coach you through this. It's a win-win. Call for your free consult.
5743. 800-711-5743. 800-711-5743. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
From Plano to Denton down to Louisville too. Hot Finds has it. Also in McKinney, we'll prove it. Hot Finds has it. Service, selection, savings, and more. Feel the excitement when you walk through our door. Hot Finds has it. Hot Finds has it.
And now, during Huffine Chevrolet's Vehicle Upgrade Month, get in a new Huffine for perhaps a lower monthly payment than you're presently paying. This means newer technology, reduced maintenance and repair costs, a longer and more comprehensive warranty, increased safety, and better gas mileage and finance terms. For more, click to Huffines.net or find new roads to Huffine Chevrolet in Louisville or Ray Huffine Chevrolet in Plano.
The Good Contractors List is a free service designed to protect you. We meet all of our home service contractors face to face and feel so confident in our final choices that we back their work with a $10,000 guarantee. We go the extra mile in our interview process to make sure that the contractor is not only honest in quality, but able to offer the most affordable and fair rates. For instance, how do you call for air conditioning? Did you know that the air conditioning industry is commonly known for misdiagnosis and unneeded upselling? The higher their overhead, the more money they need to stay in business. So they flash tempting offers to get their foot in the door, and the sales game is on. The air conditioning companies we choose are simply stable and proven companies that offer the highest quality at fair and honest rates. And to protect you, they've all agreed to do an absolutely free second opinion if you're being told that you have to replace your air conditioning unit. If you need AC or any other type of home service, visit thegoodcontractorslist.com first.
Contractors List.
Another hot Texas summer is upon us, and Mathis Air and Heat has a great offer for you right off the bat. With the American Standard All-Star Sales Event, financing and 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's 60 months on complete qualifying American Standard systems with approved credit or cash rebates. Mathis Air knows that's a home run, and with free estimates on equipment replacements, that's a grand slam. When it comes to service, call 972-279-4COOL for a $39 service call. Don't get thrown a curveball. Go with the company you can trust. As a certified care dealer, Mathis Air is about quality, honesty, and a great installation because that's what matters most. Special financing or rebates available on qualifying products. See Mathis Air and Heat, your independent American Standard dealer, for details. Or call 888-840-8084 for financing program details about credit costs. Offer expires June 30th, 2015. Make sure you're working with the best. Mathis Air and Heat. Call now, 972-94-COOL. That's 972-279-4266.
Performance Bicycle, where great rides begin. Wants your great ride to start now. Now through Memorial Day, it's Performance Bicycle's Red Tag Sale. Over 1,000 items on sale store-wide. Red Tag deals on helmets, clothing, parts, accessories, and every bike in the store is on sale. Adult bikes starting at just $199, plus 50 doorbusters at 50% off, but only while supplies last. Don't miss Performance Bicycle's Red Tag Sale. Now through Memorial Day. Go to performancebike.com for location.
Flo from Progressive here, riding along with Paul, who owns his own plumbing company.
Plumbing, heating, and gas company.
Can't just be one thing. That's why Progressive offers money with discounts like Safe Driver, Business Experience, and Paid in Full. It's also why I am learning to whistle. Here, I made this for you.
You whittled me a toilet? I love it. Thanks, Flo.
It's a bird.
Oh.
Discounts to save your business money. Visit Progressive.com to learn more. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
You can listen on the go. Find us on iHeartRadio.
It's 7 o'clock for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to sit down with you and talk about the big day like these.
Hey, JD, good Wednesday evening to everybody. Tomorrow morning, before we even get started at 7, pop in on Fox 4. I do a weekly visit there on Fox 4's Good Day at about 6:35 each Thursday morning, and then we'll dive in at 7, talking about the documents released from the bin Laden raid, the ever-growing GOP field, how many candidates is too many, and why are all these people running? I look at all of the overnight news, of course, ready for you. Mark Davis Show for a Thursday morning, 7 to 10 a.m. right here on 660 a.m. The Answer.
Thank you, Mark. I'll look forward to that fine radio broadcast. So, Boeing Corporation, you know, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, et cetera, et cetera. They've been making airplanes 99 years. In 2013, the state of Washington gave the company the biggest tax break in U.S. history. $8.7 billion through 2014. Boeing has since moved more than 3,500 jobs to other states, with another 2,000 transfers in the works, triggering calls for retribution by state officials. Union engineers have been hit hardest by the job transfers. Quote, to have our legislature extend the tax break with the understanding it would help grow the aerospace industry, then have the company turn about and within weeks start laying off engineers and technical workers and shifting work elsewhere, it's or SPEA. SPEA. S-P-E-E-A. SPEA. Jobs have been sent to South Carolina, California, Missouri, and Oklahoma, which offered Boeing tax breaks there. But Washington State June Robinson says that's double dipping, and she's introduced a clawback bill that would cut Boeing's Washington State tax breaks as long as employment numbers are below the 2013 level. I feel like it's cheating the people of the state of Washington, said Robinson, a Democrat. We gave them a large incentive with the understanding jobs would be created in the state of Washington. Boeing is typically pushing back, and they should. Clawbacks are unnecessary and harmful because they undermine the ability of aerospace companies to respond nimbly to competitive threats. This, according to Boeing spokesman. Try to say spokesman. It's hard to say Boeing spokesman. They cast doubt on the state's willingness to stand behind bills that have been signed into law. Look, Boeing still has 79,000 workers in Puget Sound, about half of its U.S. workforce. It plans to assemble the new 777X and likely to leave Washington state anytime soon. But an industry analyst said Washington state lawmakers only have themselves to blame for the current dispute. Most legislatures require a quid pro quo, tax breaks for jobs. For whatever reason, the Washington state legislature not do that, and it's a real bonehead mistake. Well, that seems confusing to me because it seems as though the state has actually extended a tax break for those jobs. But that being said, those are for the jobs that are there at the time. There is no, the quid pro quo thing really bothers me. It really does. I think that's, I mean, essentially what you're doing is you're taking the people's business, taxpayer money, in the form of a tax break, and you're essentially getting a company to buy into the fact that they're trying to get out of Washington state. There are a lot of really good reasons why Boeing is trying to get out of Washington state. Here, let me give you a couple. The people who work at Boeing, at either in a civilian way or in a military, they have serious security clearances, and those come with drug tests and all kinds of other things that Washington state has seen fit to set aside for the sake of political pressure and to bring potheads out of the darkness and into the light of being able to smoke grass anytime they want to, which is fine, I suppose, as long as you're not trying to run a defense contractor. If you're trying to run a defense contractor, this could be a problem. I'm just saying. 866-660-5759 is our telephone number. Do politicians have a point? They extended a tax break through 2040 and they don't want to see jobs lost. Do they have a point? Or should a corporation be able to go anywhere they want and do anything they want to regarding their own business? To me, it's obvious. But maybe I've got the wrong idea here. You know, Boeing is a huge corporation, and they make billions and billions and billions of dollars. Billions of dollars. And yeah, Washington is really blowing it. Washington is blowing it because what they're doing is they are passing laws that are against the grain of Boeing operations. I guarantee you that these engineers and these people that are serious-minded defense workers, they're not going to take their families to a place where their kids are going to, run across kids whose parents smoke weed all the time. They're just not. It's a bad place to go. And there are just certain things that, well, that are mistakes. Boeing makes a point that's very, very clear here. The clawbacks, the give the money back kind of scenario. The give the money back thing is the give the tax breaks back. All they do is accept it. Because the government, quite simply, is not bigger than Boeing. The law is bigger than Boeing, but not the government. The government shouldn't be bigger than Boeing. What they should be able to do is they should be able to put their business anywhere they want. And Boeing's in a situation where they have to have quality workers, not potheads. There will be fewer quality workers that can pass a drug test in Washington. That means they're going to have to pay more money to get them. Plus, you start talking about the taxes that have to be paid, and pretty soon you run out of reasons to stay in Washington State. All this happened to Oregon. This exact thing happened in Oregon. And Oregon is worthless now. Nobody does anything. It's a totally useless state. It's beautiful. I mean, the land is gorgeous. I mean, it's absolutely breathtaking. Oregon has deserts and forests and mountains and plains, and it's there, which means you can't live there, which means not a lot of people live in Oregon. And Washington State is going down that exact same road for the same reasons. About stupid politics. It's all about stupidity. But how can you not see the handwriting on the wall if you're Washington State and Boeing is sending workers to other places? They're sending parts of their business to other states. You know, this liberal voters wake up, I don't know. You know, that's one of the interesting things about people who smoke pot. They really don't care a whole lot about stuff. It doesn't really affect them. Hey, it doesn't affect me, man. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff today. Cool. Tomorrow either? What? How come? They closed the Boeing plant? So? I work at my local head shop, man. Won't be as many people there because there's not as many people living in one. Oh, God. Oh, wow. And so what they do is they move to another state and they start saying, hey, you guys need medical marijuana, you know, little kids with epilepsy and stuff. They become roaming, itinerant marijuana workers. You know, you watch an entire state disassemble itself. You know, what are they going to do? Seriously. You know, Bremerton, Washington, the Navy has just about everything there. I mean, they have the submarine recycling, you know, facilities up there. Those are seriously high-tech worker jobs. And if people keep showing up to work high, if they can't pass drug tests and so on and so forth, those businesses will leave. I mean, it's all because of stupid stuff like this. Sometimes you just don't need to pass those laws. Sometimes what you need to do is you need to realize that you are a major defense contracting state, which means you need to have quality technical workers that can pass drug tests. And I guarantee you, nobody wants to put their butt in a Boeing jet that was put together by workers who are high. Does this make sense to you? It makes complete sense to me. You know, this whole thing, I mean, isn't this just plain logic? I mean, isn't this just obvious? Why, in heaven's sake, would you ever do anything else? To what end? You have billions upon billions of defense dollars coming to the state, and what are you doing with them? You're passing bills making marijuana legal. Okay. Yeah, Boeing is going to do something for itself. Boeing is going to probably at some point leave Washington in total. Why would they stay? Yes, Boeing has Washington State over a barrel. And that's why these politicians need to sit down and hush. They need to make Washington a better place for Boeing to do business, not a worse one. You know, it's really amazing. Washington used to be one of the coolest places in the world. Prosperous beyond anybody's wildest dreams. And then all of a sudden they started electing pie-in-the-sky liberals. And before you know it, these clowns legalize marijuana. Just plain stupid. It's just plain destructive, pathological, in fact. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer. Coming up in just a couple of seconds, some stories about a guy who believes that lawmakers, people in the House of Representatives, need a raise. This is coming up in minutes on 660 AM The Answer.
Daughters earned a trip to Disneyland by collecting S&H green stamps. It was a dream come true. Today, nearly everyone has a wallet or keychain full of loyalty reward cards that they use for discounts, gifts, and even free dinners at their favorite restaurants. For years, an international company has been offering a universal loyalty rewards card in Europe. We call it the Blue Card. One card replace dozens. The Blue Card offers discounts up to 5% cash back. It even accumulates points to shop at participating merchants and an online mall. Today, they're looking for independent representatives to launch this card in the U.S. and Canada. It is free to get the card and free to become a representative. You could help launch the Blue Card in your area and get paid wherever it is used. Imagine you could be paid every time someone fills buys groceries, orders an airline ticket, or purchases just about anything.
To get your free Blue Card, go to bluecardshopping.com. That's bluecardshopping.com. bluecardshopping.com.
What's the scariest thing about going to the dentist? Opening your mouth or opening your wallet? Because just a simple cleaning can cost $100, and things like root canals can cost you hundreds more. If you don't have dental insurance, call 1-800-200-9887. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps pay for checkups right away. So you can call today and get your teeth cleaned tomorrow. Plus, it helps cover the more expensive procedures you might need down the road. Fillings, crowns, bridges, even costly dentures. There's no deductible and no policies, even if you're retired or on Medicare. There are no networks, so you can choose any dentist you'd like. That's right, any dentist you want. Call in the next 10 minutes and we'll rush you a free information kit with all the details. 1-800-200-9887. That's 1-800-200-9887. 1-800-200-9887.
When you pay your mobile phone bill, are you a political statement? Probably so. You don't even know that it's politics you might not agree with. Hey, it's Mark Davis. Major mobile companies have given more than $50 million to liberal candidates and causes. Now there's a cellular company that gives 5% to conservative causes while still saving you money. Welcome to EOS Mobile. The same service, the same quality, a better price, and a better cause. Go to EOScell.com, EOSCELL, a company that'll save you 10 to 15% on the same phone, data, and text plans. And their corporate contributions go to organizations and candidates for smaller government, a stronger America, and following the Constitution. Imagine that. And text and talk plans start at $9.99 with a free phone. Do you want part of your mobile phone bill to help Obama, Hillary, and that side of American politics? Great service, great prices, and support for conservative causes with EOS Mobile. Go to EOScell.com. That's EOSCELL.com. EOScell.com.
Did you know colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in Texas, but that 90% of colon cancers can be avoided with early detection? Southwest Endoscopy and Surgery Center is the first facility in North Texas to use the revolutionary Fuse Full Spectrum Endoscopy System, enabling a panoramic view of your colon. Due for a colonoscopy? Don't become a statistic. Insist on Fuse. Contact Southwest Endoscopy and Surgery Center at 817-293-9292 or visit swgiclinic.com.
Hi, here's your delivery from Staples.com.
Thanks, Staples guy. My office is starving. Got any snacks?
Staples has pretzels, granola bars, energy bars, trail mix, all at a low price.
Nuts?
Cashews, almonds, pistachios, whole grain chips, gluten-free chips.
Whoa, that's a lot of snacks.
We also have antacids. Tablet antacids, liquid antacids. Make on budget happen, make break time happen. Staples, make more happen. Now at Staples, Get a 42-ounce bag of M&M's milk chocolate or peanut candy for just $8.99.
Offer valid on SKU 689508 and 689504 and 523 while supplies last. See store.staples.com for details.
At Choice Hotels, we know business trips start with a choice. Opportunities won't come to you. You got to get out there to get things done.
Should I stay or should I go?
ChoiceHotels.com makes it fast and easy to find a range of Choice Hotels like Comfort Inn and Suites. So stay with us for business and book now at ChoiceHotels.com. You always have a choice.
You've helped make Lumber Liquidators North America's largest specialty retailer of hardwood flooring. To say thanks, we've made unbelievable price cuts on top quality floors at our customer appreciation sale. It's your chance to get pre-finished hardwood for just 99 cents. And Strand Bamboo, our most durable bamboo, from an incredible $149. Plus deals on 400 beautiful floors. 84 months special financing. You trust our value, we value your trust. So get to the customer appreciation sale today. Visit lumberliquidators.com to find a store near you.
Dallas, Fort Worth's home for stimulating talk. 660 AM, The Answer. Isn't thinking so much more fun than getting yelled at? The Wells Report on 660 AM, The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. Crazily enough, there's a Democrat in the House of Representatives. His name is Alcee Hastings. Yeah. He owes millions of dollars in legal bills racked up while fighting corruption allegations. And he said on Monday, 2 days ago, that the members of Congress need a raise in order to cope with the District of Columbia's rising cost of living. Maybe he'd get a little further by telling a little more truth, like he needs a raise to cope with the District of Columbia's rising cost of Yeah. He said at a Monday Rules Committee hearing the members of Congress who make an average of $174,000 a year aren't being paid properly. Members deserve to be paid. Staff deserves to be paid. The cost of living here is causing serious problems for people who are not wealthy to serve in this institution. You probably should be a little less corrupt. Not saying that you are, of course. But if it walks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, and it swims like a duck, just saying. Oh, by the way, for the raise, hell no.
The stock market is at record highs, but will it keep going up, or are we due for another major correction? The financial newspapers are reporting that record numbers of major investors are leaving the market. If you're worried about the roller coaster stock market, there are some alternative ways to grow your money and build a solid, predictable retirement. The team at Guardian Financial Management will show you how to grow your money and still sleep. Tune in to Plain Talk, No Worries, Financial Hour each Sunday at 7 a.m. on 660 AM, The Answer.
Have you been holding out for a good deal to replace your old AC system? Well, now there's a new program that's too good to pass up. I'm Jeff Stewart with Reliant Air Conditioning. You've probably already heard that you can save over $3,500 on a new Infinity system with Carrier's Cool Cash, but did you know that for a limited time, you can also get an additional $1,000 off from your utility provider? That's right, and when you combine these, we're talking saving over $4,500 on a brand new AC system that can cut your electric bill in half. But the utility funds are limited, and the program will end when the money runs out. So right now, we're scheduling free estimates on a first-come, first-served basis. Call us now, or if you want, call 2 other companies first, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our number's 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-9...
Conditioning. Call 877-YOUR-HERO.
I had the home of my...
Check. Checkity-doo-dah, checkity-yay. Time to do a promo. What do you say? Okay, here we go. We got a presidential nomination. There are a lot of people running for the Republican presidential nomination. And I wonder who should decide who should show up for all the debates. Should it be the people through the process of the primary voting system? Or should it be Fox News limiting only the top 10? Or should it be Fox News? Or should it be Fox News, who will limit the number of Republican candidates to only the top 10 in the most recent polls? You know, I got big problems with that. Let's talk about it next time on the Wells Report. Mark Davis, good morning. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Coming up a little bit later on the Wells Report talks about when it comes with the first Republican presidential debates. I happen to believe that the people who should decide who will take part in the debates are those participating in primary elections in various states. But Fox News is just going to use polling data to determine the top 10 for the first Republican debates. I don't think that's right. I think something else, and I want to know what you think about it later on tonight on the Wells Report. Mark Davis, good Thursday morning. Mark Davis, good Thursday morning. Coming up a little bit later on the Wells Report, we're going to be talking about the ridiculous decision by Fox News to limit the number of people taking part in the Republican presidential debates to 10. About numbers 11, 12, 13, 14, and so on. What about those people? You know, I want to hear what they have to say too. How about you? Let's find out later today on the Wells Report.
That's the most fabulous thing I've ever.
With reliable, honorable service for your AC units. No commission salesmen showing up. They're technicians sent to fix your problem at an affordable price. Oh, if it's time for a new unit, they've got brands at all the best prices. But let Walker AC see what you need first with techs who know what they're doing from a company you can trust. 52 years in the business, stellar customer reviews, A+ from the Better Business Bureau, specialists in AC and refrigeration for homes and business. Got a wine cellar, a wine fridge? They'll fix yours or install a new one. Walker AC, making sure you are cool and comfortable. Walker Air Conditioning. Website is walkerac.com. That's walkerac.com. For Walker, 972, the number 4, Walker, walkerac.com.
People who can afford a LASIK procedure sure are lucky. Imagine being able to throw away your contacts and glasses. Imagine waking up tomorrow with 20/20 vision. Too bad everyone can't afford LASIK. Well, guess what? There's a company that agrees with you. The LASIK Vision Institute is now offering dramatically low prices on high-quality LASIK to make it affordable for everyone. Schedule a free appointment so you can discover if LASIK is right for you. Results may vary. Call 1-800-700-1851. Even better, if you're one of the first 100 callers, ask about an extra 20% discount off our already low-cost services. We've already performed over 1 million procedures. Let us help you. Discover how you can get 700-1851. 1-800-700-1851.
Looking to buy your first home but scared off by the big down payment? Yeah, after paying for the wedding, we're afraid we'll be renting forever and miss out on these low interest rates. Fear not, you can buy a home now with a zero down mortgage from NASA Federal. Plus, there's no private mortgage insurance. You could save thousands not paying. No down payment and no PMI? We could buy that house we saw last weekend. The zero down mortgage with no PMI is perfect for first-time home buyers who want to take advantage of historically low rates but can't swing the down payment. Just call 855-374-NASA or visit nasafcu.com/374. I can't wait to give our landlord the notice. To end your rental woes, call 855-374-NASA or visit nasafcu.com/374. But I don't work for NASA. You don't have to work for NASA. Call 855-374-NASA or visit nasafcu.com/374.
Equal housing lender. Offer valid on approved credit for primary residences. Membership eligibility required. For more details about credit cost terms and conditions, call 855-374-NASA.
A Silicon Valley CEO is fired for opposing same-sex marriage. A teenage girl is attacked on campus for protesting abortion. And a college club loses recognition for being Christian. This is the country we live in today, in America, where people are punished for expressing themselves and then bullied into silence. If you don't agree with a certain liberal agenda, you're targeted for silencing. This is Eric Metaxas, and my good friend Kirsten Powers chronicles this frightening new trend in her brand new book titled The Silencing: How the Left is Killing Free Speech. With fearless candor, Kirsten opinions that have been suddenly deemed unacceptable. The Silencing is a much-needed wake-up call for everyone who cherishes liberty. Who will be the next victim of the silencing?
Kirsten Powers' book, The Silencing: How the Left is Killing Free Speech, from Regnery Publishing, is now available at Amazon.com, Costco, and everywhere.
Warning, whether you're retired or soon to be retired, listen up. Do not be caught in one or more of the 11 mistakes retirees make that could cost you all of your money. It doesn't matter how well off you are financially, you could make the easy mistake that washes away all of your financial security. Call Optimum Retirement Planning today at 866-882-5447 to make sure that you are not wasting your money. Call now and receive copy of the 11 biggest mistakes retirees make and how to avoid them. 866-882-5447.
In these uncertain times, you can't afford to take chances. So come on out to the Tier 1 Gun Show this weekend, May 23rd and 24th at the Mesquite Rodeo Convention Center. You'll find everything you need to protect yourself and your family. Guns, knives, ammo, accessories, survival supplies, and much, much more, all in a safe, fun, and family-friendly Indio Convention Center. Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4. Visit tier1gunshows.com. Tier1gunshows.com. Be there.
Have you ever considered joining the military but stopped because you couldn't deploy to a foreign country? Believe it or not, the state of Texas has its own military force that stands alongside the Texas National Guard, the Texas Air National Guard, and serves only in 398-8350. If you love Texas as much as we do, join the 4th Air Wing of the Texas State Guard.
Learn a little something at the start of your day. The Mark Davis Show. Mornings 7 to 10 on 660 AM. The Answer. Is anybody out there paying attention to what's going on in this country, in this state, and in this city? We know one man who is. You got questions? He's got answers. This is the Wells Report with Jon-David Wells on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. This just in. Through the auspices of Star Telegram, the frequent but mild earthquakes giving shivers to the Irving area, but not other areas in North Texas, likely should be blamed on geological fault lines rather than gas drilling practices, according to somebody that actually knows, a geologist. Based on known geology and known science, the most likely explanation is that it's occurring in a known faulted zone of an old buried mountain range, according to Craig Pollard, Vice President of Exploration for Cinco Resources, saying that after a presentation hosted by the Institute for Policy Innovation. IPI, the Institute for Policy Innovation, is a nonprofit pro-economic growth organization that has been fighting municipal efforts to restrict drilling and fracking. The correct message hasn't been getting out, Pollard said during his 90-minute speech and discussion to an audience of 50 people, including many other geologists. By the way, in case you're wondering, the other geologists thought the speech rocked. Because they're geologists. The media is working on sensationalism for it not to be water injection, for it not to be fracking is not news. But he said different formations west of the Metroplex, including Cleburne and other Johnson County communities, point more toward wastewater injection into old wells than to fracking, a technique of high-pressure pumping of water and chemicals into cracked shale and release its oil and gas. He noted that Dallas sits on a mountain range buried in sediment from the Cretaceous period, which ended 66 million years ago along with the dinosaurs. Mountains, because of the way they are formed, indicate a web of fault lines. Tarrant County sits on a flat formation indicating few faults. Those of us who have lived in North Texas for any length of time knows, obviously, that far fewer faults than Dallas. It's true. It's even in the geology. There are a lot more people with cracks in Dallas than there are in Fort Worth, where they're flat. I'm not running the show off the road. Vicky just said I was running the show off the road. I'm not. What I'm doing is reporting the news in kind of a weird way. Irving has been the epicenter of many recent quakes. The 3.3 magnitude earthquake hit North Dallas Monday afternoon, the result, the latest of more than 50 in the past 18 months. The earthquake occurred at 1:14. The epicenter was 4 miles north of Irving and 5 miles south of Farmers Branch. Well, that's right where we are. Isn't that where we are? We're right here. It was a 4.0 magnitude. Did you notice the earthquake on Monday? I didn't. Huh. They're going to have to work harder on it. Anyway, so I thought you'd like to know that the people that think that the earthquakes are caused by some sort of practice having to do with the oil and gas industry are fracking idiots. What? I could have said they were fracking ignorant. Well, I could. Do you remember in 2011 when President Barack Obama came striding down a hallway? I don't know what hallway it was. I don't know which one it was. And he told us that Osama bin Laden had been killed by SEAL Team 6. There was a movie about it called Oh Dark 30, in which you could see the way, according to the movie producers, the way the actual raid on the compound went down. One of the interesting things about the raid was after Osama bin Laden was killed, they went into his office and started grabbing as much intelligence as they possibly could. Strangely enough, and it is strange, we now have access to some of those letters, including his beloved wife. He had multiple wives, including 2 who were captured during the mission. His 2008 MASH note praises one wife who filled his heart with love and beautiful memories. He goes on with, "As for you, you are the apple of my eye and the most precious thing I have in this world." Elsewhere, a lot of books listing from the expected, the Quran, to the eclectic, a Time, an article on America's online stock, a Time article on America's online stock. Wow, America Online's stock. Let's try to see if I can screw this up any worse. The Office of the Director of National Intelligence released the titles of a trove of documents online under the agency, which oversees U.S. intelligence agencies, unveiled the contents of bin Laden's library from the compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan, in an effort to increase transparency. The release comes 4 years after the mission killed bin Laden and allowed commandos to seize letters, books, and other intelligence on the al-Qaeda terrorism network he founded. An interagency review determined that the release of the documents and titles not compromise efforts to combat the organization. That's reasonable. The documents were also released a week after an article by veteran investigative reporter Seymour Hersh that quoted an anonymous source saying that there were no garbage bags full of computers and storage devices. The guys just stuffed some books and papers they found in his room in their backpacks. Yeah, you don't wear backpacks in a combat raid unless they're filled with tools you need for the combat raid. You only take into combat what you need for combat. You don't take extra storage space. By the way, garbage bags do not take up a lot of space in a backpack, although they are heavy. Surprisingly heavier than you think. A review for release, according to Jeffrey Anchukaitis, a spokesman for ODNI. All documents whose publications will not hurt ongoing operations against al-Qaeda or their affiliates will be released. Interesting. Bin Laden's Bookshelf is what it's called, and you can go there right now. All right? Let me see. Then reports it like this. Totaling 103 documents, the latest release of a large repository of correspondence that was released between bin Laden's immediate family and significant communications between bin Laden and other al-Qaeda leaders. Also released was a list of bin Laden's English language books, think tank reports, and U.S. government documents, numbering 266 in total. To the end that bin Laden remained obsessed with bin Laden remained obsessed with attacking Americans. In an undated letter, he told jihadist militants in North Africa they should stop insisting on the formation of an Islamic State and instead attack U.S. and Togo and American oil companies. Bin Laden offered similar advice to the al-Qaeda affiliate in Yemen, telling it to avoid targeting Yemeni police and military targets and instead prioritize attacks on Americans. Much of bin Laden's advice either didn't make it to these groups or was simply ignored because al-Qaeda affiliates in Yemen and North Africa continued to attack local targets. I found his comments about Islamic State very interesting. Don't do it, he says. Concentrate on attacking Americans, he says. ISIS did not exist at the time of bin Laden's writings. The group, which now controls a large swath of territory in the Middle East, grew out of al-Qaeda in Iraq and charted a different path, seeking to create an Islamic State and not prioritizing it on Americans, the United States, or its citizens. Taken together, these documents and reading materials paint a complex, nuanced portrait of the world's most wanted man. Yeah. In letters that bin Laden exchanged with his many sons and daughters, he emerges as a much-loved and admired father who doted on his children. And that's in sharp contrast to the letters bin Laden sent to al-Qaeda leaders that demanded mass casualty attacks against American targets and insisted that al-Qaeda affiliates in the Middle East stop wasting their time on attacks against local government targets. The focus should be on killing and fighting the American people. Are you paying any attention to this, President Obama? Any attention to it at all? You are cozying up to these people as fast as you can. You are cozying up to our enemies. Unbelievable. Meticulous editor. Some of the memos he wrote were revised as many as 50 times. Of the thousands of versions of documents recovered from the computers and digital media that SEALs retrieved from bin Laden's compound, the final tally numbers several hundred documents. The new documents show how bin Laden reacted to events of the Arab Spring, which was roiling in the Middle East the months before his death. While bin Laden had nothing to say publicly about the momentous events in the Middle East, privately he wrote lengthy memos analyzing what was happening, pointing to the new factor of the information technology revolution that helped spur the revolutions and characterizing them as the most important events in the Muslim world in centuries. Some of the documents paint an organization that understood it was under significant pressure from U.S. counter-terror operations. One undated document explained that CIA drone attacks led to the killing of many jihad cadres, leaders, and others, and noted this is something that is concerning and exhausting us. Several documents mention the need to be careful with operational security and to encrypt communications, and also the necessity of making trips around the Afghan-Pakistan border regions only on cloudy days when American drones were less effective. Wow. Al-Qaeda members knew they were short on cash, with one writing to bin Laden, also, there is the financial problem. Some of the documents have nothing to do with terrorism. Nothing. One lengthy memo from bin Laden worried about the baleful effects of climate change on the Muslim world and advocated not depleting precious groundwater stocks. Sounding more major terrorist organization, bin Laden fretted about food security. He also gave elaborate instructions to an aide about the most efficacious ways to store wheat. Osama bin Laden is a prepper. How cool is that? The man was he was also kind of paranoid. I don't know why. Oh, wait. Yes, I do know why. Osama bin Laden's papers, bin Laden's bookshelf, available to you for a simple perusal through your internet. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer. Hey, look, if you've got IRS problems and you hire somebody from out of state, you're making a huge mistake. Don't do it. Call Jim Matthews, CPA. He's headquartered right here in Dallas. He's local, experienced, results-driven. He knows what he's doing. He has an entire corporation around him that also knows what they're doing. They've got an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. They understand the latest tax nuances and what's going on and what isn't going on and so on and so on. They will take care of your IRS problems. They will get the IRS off your back so you can get on with your life. Now, look, don't be afraid to call. And don't gamble with your IRS issue with someone from out of state. Call your neighbor right now, 972-613-3034. Get your life back, 972-613-3034. Go to the website, jimmatthewscpa.com. Call 972-613-3034. Tell them you heard about it on the Wells Report.
Another hot Texas summer is upon us, and Mathis Air and Heat has a great offer for you right off the bat. With the American Standard All-Star Sales Event, Mathis Air is offering 100% financing and 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's 60 months of complete qualifying American Standard systems with approved credit or cash rebates. Mathis Air knows that's a home run, and with free estimates on equipment replacements, that's a grand slam. When it comes to service, call 972-279-4COOL for a $39 service call. Don't get thrown a curveball. Go with the company you can trust. As a certified customer care dealer, Mathis Air is about quality, honesty, and a great installation because that's what matters most. Special financing or rebates available on qualifying products. See Mathis Air and Heat, your independent American dealer for details, or call 888-840-8084 for financing program details about credit costs. Offer expires June 30th, 2015. Make sure you're working with the best. Mathis Air and Heat. Call now, 972-279-4COOL. That's 972-279-4266.
This is an announcement for all people who want to take a risk-free challenge to whiten their teeth in 5 minutes. By calling now, you teeth in 5 minutes using clinically proven power swabs. This risk-free challenge is for people whose smile has been yellowed by coffee, tea, red wine, or smoking. The Power Swabs 5-minute challenge is available by responding to this advertisement. If lines are busy, try again. Because the Power Swabs 5-minute challenge is exclusive, it's not available in drugstores. Power Swabs was formulated by Dr. Martin Ginniger and whitens teeth with an agent. It's so effective, we challenge you to try it for 5 minutes to see how white your smile could be. Get it risk-free. Dial 1-800-281-4037. That's 1-800-281-4037. Transform your smile into a wow, you look great smile. Dial 1-800-281-4037. That's 1-800-281-4037.
Are you having trouble figuring out how to invest for retirement with all the recent market volatility, falling oil prices, and turmoil around the world? Hi, I'm Jon-David Wells from the Wells Report for InvestingMakesMeSick.com. Most people think their investment options are only stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or annuities. That's not true. Here's Walt Parker.
If you have an IRA or a 401k from a former employer, you have investment choices that you may not even realize you have. You've worked hard to accumulate your money and deserve to understand what your investments are. InvestingMakesMeSick.com has always offered the We Come to You service. Retirement is right around the corner. Time is money. We want to make sure that you understand your investments and that there's more than just stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and annuities to invest in.
Schedule an appointment. Call 972-463-3833, 972-463-3833, or log on to InvestingMakesMeSick.com. All investments involve risk. Investments may be considered speculative. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Titan Securities. InvestingMakesMeSick.com and Titan Securities are not affiliated.
Rembrandt Rockefeller for Solvin European Sleep Systems. Did you pay a lot for that, quote, top-of-the-line mattress? And is it already breaking down and uncomfortable? Time to look into a Solvin European Sleep System. The Solvin bed is simply a better bed, made with certified organic cotton and wool and 100% natural latex cushioning. Never polyurethane, never memory foam. Tailored for greater comfort based on your size, weight, and primary sleeping positions. European quality and components at made-in-America prices. Solvin European Sleep Systems, Inwood and Lovers in Dallas. Learn more at SOVN.com.
You've helped make Lumber Liquidators North America's largest specialty retailer of hardwood flooring. To say thanks, we've made unbelievable price cuts on top-quality floors at our customer appreciation sale. It's your chance to get pre-finished hardwood for just $99. And scraped acacia hardwood for $2.99. That's half of what you'd pay at other stores. Plus deals on 400 beautiful floors, including quality laminate from 49 cents and 24-month special financing. You trust our value, we value your trust. So get to the customer appreciation sale today. Visit lumberliquidators.com to find a store near you.
Listen to us live on iHeartRadio, 660 AM. The Answer. Now, the Wells Report on 660 AM. The Answer.
Oh!
You're listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. Many of the documents concern bin Laden's sprawling family. We talk about the items on bin Laden's bookshelf, which included all kinds of things between his family and with other commanders of Al-Qaeda. So he had 4 children, 20 children. Bin Laden took a minute interest in the marriage plans of his son Khalid to the daughter of a martyred Al-Qaeda commander. He exchanged a number of letters with the mother of the bride-to-be. Bin Laden excitedly described the impending nuptials, which our hearts have been looking forward to. Bin Laden corresponded at length with his son Hamza and also with Hamza's mother, Karaya, who spent around a decade in Iran under a form of house arrest following the Taliban's fall in neighboring Afghanistan during the winter of 2001. Hamza wrote a heartfelt letter to bin Laden in 2009 in which he recalled how he hadn't seen his father since he was 13, 8 years earlier. My heart is sad from the long separation, yearning to meet with you. My eyes still remember the last time I saw you, when you were under the olive tree. In 2010, the Iranians started releasing members of the bin Laden family who had been living in Iran. Bin Laden spent many hours writing letters to them and his associates in Al-Qaeda about how best he could reunite with them. In a letter to his wife, Karaya, he noted tenderly, "How long I have waited for your departure from Iran." And yes, there was the paranoia that the Iranians, who were said to not be trusted, might insert electronic tracking devices into the belongings or even the bodies of his family as they departed Iran. He told Karaya that if she had recently visited an official dentist in Iran for a filling, that she would need to have the filling taken out before the meeting with him, as he worried Wow. So, I guess what she would do is she would dress up in one of her most beautiful garments and go to a dentist to get that thing taken out. So she at once would show great taste and be less filling. U.S. intelligence officers have a theory that bin Laden may have been grooming Hamza to eventually succeed him at the helm of Al-Qaeda because of his son's relative youth would energize Al-Qaeda's base. But Hamza never made it to his father's hiding place in Abbottabad. When the SEALs raided bin Laden's compound, they assumed Hamza would likely be one of the adult males living there, but he wasn't. U.S. intelligence officials say they don't know where Hamza, now in his late 20s, is today. As is typical for any bureaucratic organization where there was considerable documents about which Al-Qaeda personnel might be suitable for promotion and also documentation of cash flows moving in and out of the organization in amounts of tens of thousands of dollars. There was even an Al-Qaeda application form that included standard questions about what hobbies the applicant might have, but also less standard ones as who should we contact in case you become a martyr? You know, I think I answered that question when I filled out my application to work here. No. That wasn't it. It was who should they contact in case they become a mayor. That's what it was. Yeah. You're listening to the Wells Report. This is 660 AM The Answer. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Look, honey, this ad says we can get a new air conditioning unit for only $1,500.
That's incredible. Let's get it now.
There you go. Enjoy.
Wait, what?
You didn't think we'd install it for that price, did you? There you go, folks. In this business, if it sounds too good to be true, well, then it probably is. I'm Jeff Stewart with Relasa Call. Our techs don't work on commission, and we don't do high-pressure sales. Right now, with Carrier's Cool Cash, you can save over $3,500 on a new Infinity system. Plus, you might also qualify for an additional $1,000 off from your utility provider. So call the other guys first, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning, and you'll see how we've been gimmick-free since '83. Our number's 877-YOUR-HERO. That's 877-967.
877 Your Hero.
Over the last 20 years, we've seen some dramatic changes in health insurance. Higher and higher premiums, more complex plans, limited providers, fewer choices. While the world searches for a way to make healthcare work, where Christians help Christians by sharing each other's medical bills. The cost savings are amazing, up to 60% lower than insurance premiums. And you never paid for things that go against your beliefs. Plus, you choose your own doctors from one of America's largest provider networks. Affordable, sensible, accepted. MediShare is that works.
Learn how thousands of Christians can help you save on your health care. For your free information guide, call 877-26-BIBLE. Not available in Montana. MediShare, affordable biblical health care. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE.
When you pay your mobile phone bill, are you making a political statement? Probably so. You don't even know that it's politics. You might. Hey, it's Mark Davis. Major mobile companies have given more than $50 million to liberal candidates and causes. Now there's a cellular company that gives 5% to conservative causes while still saving you money. Welcome to EOS Mobile. The same service, the same quality, a better price, and a better cause. Go to EOScell.com, EOSCELL.com. Meet a company that'll save you 10 to 15% on the same phone, data, and text plan. And their corporate contributions go to organizations and candidates for smaller government, a stronger America, and following the Constitution. Imagine that. And text and talk plans start at $9.99 with a free phone. Do you want part of your mobile phone bill to help Obama, Hillary, and that side of American politics? Great service, great prices, and support for conservative causes with EOS Mobile. Go to EOScell.com. That's EOSCE.com.
Hello, this is Bob Guess. Are you tired of low interest rates with the banks? I know I am. How about the deceptive terms and the bogus returns on annuities? Or maybe you're one of those who believe the stock market has actually peaked. Where can you get a decent return on your money without risk? Well, I'm glad you asked. Texas First Financial offers a 9% return backed by hard assets dollar for dollar. $100,000 investment returns you $9,000 in interest. No gimmicks, no smoke and mirrors, just solid returns without stock market risk. Call Texas First Financial. We have an exclusive on this investment, so call us today at 972-570-4444. That's 972-570-4444. You'll be glad you did.
Our sister station.
94.9 KLTY and Interstate Batteries present Celebrate Freedom 25, Saturday, June 27th at South Fork Ranch. Since this is our 25th anniversary of the largest outdoor Christian concert in America, we're bringing in the artists that you love. Stephen Curtis Chapman, Toby Mac, Third Day, Carrie Job, and many, many more. You've made so many memories over the years at Celebrate Freedom. This year, make some more with us. Sponsored by Cornerstone Staffing, Care Now, North Texas Chevy Dealers, and American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning.
Did you know colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths in Texas, but that 90% of colon cancers can be avoided with early detection? Southwest Endoscopy and Surgery Center is the first facility in North Texas Fuse full spectrum endoscopy system, enabling a 330-degree panoramic view of your colon. Due for a colonoscopy? Don't become a statistic. Insist on Fuse. Contact Southwest Endoscopy and Surgery Center at 817-293-9292 or visit swgiclinic.com.
This is 660 AM. The Answer. The Wells Report. Must hear radio on 660 AM. The Answer.
You are listening to the Wells Report. My name is Jon-David Wells. We are talking a little bit about what you can find on Bin Laden's bookshelf. Literally a treasure trove of things that really give you an insight on the man, Osama bin Laden. We're gonna try to put as many of these up on the blog as we possibly can, and you should go through these. This is something that you should spend some time looking at. You just should. Under pressure from bin Laden, leaders of al-Qaeda in Yemen noodled with the idea that they might negotiate some kind of truce with the Yemeni government so the group could focus exclusively on attacking Americans. It's not clear whether anything came of this. Similarly, al-Qaeda members reached out to leaders of the Pakistan Taliban who maintain contacts with Pakistan's military intelligence service, the ISI, to see if they could negotiate a similar truce with the Pakistani government. Wow. The deal would be that Pakistanis would leave al-Qaeda alone and vice versa, and then al-Qaeda would be able to focus on attacking American targets. However, the al-Qaeda leader who was leading told bin Laden, as you know, this is just talk. Nothing came of these discussions. There's no evidence the newly released documents that the Pakistanis had any idea bin Laden was living in Pakistan, or indeed they knew whether he was even alive. I don't buy it. New documents also do nothing to substantiate the investigative journalist Seymour Hersh's well-publicized claims that the raid that killed bin Laden was not a firefight in which the SEALs went into a dangerous and unknown situation, but a setup in which Pakistan's military had been holding bin Laden prisoner in Abbottabad for 5 years and simply made him available to the SEALs when they flew their helicopters to the compound on the night of the raid. Yeah. The first anniversary of bin Laden's death in May 2012, the Obama administration released a few documents, 17 from the trove. Those documents also underlined how much al-Qaeda feared CIA drone strikes, as well as bin Laden's obsessive interest in attacking the U.S. Hersh seemed to believe that any documents released by the Obama administration that were discovered during the bin Laden raid had been faked by the CIA. They're just about there. Well, among the most interesting windows into the mind of Osama bin Laden are the contents of his massive digital library, which was painstakingly assembled. Because of security concerns, bin Laden's compound had no connection to the internet, so any books or reports that bin Laden had an interest in were assembled painstakingly by making PDFs of each page. They were put on a thumb drive and delivered to bin Laden by one of his 2 bodyguards, according to U.S. intelligence officials. Strangely, one of the books in bin Laden's digital library was a suicide prevention manual. Senior U.S. intelligence officials do not believe that bin Laden was suicidal. Well, I guess you could use that I guess it would be valuable to use it to recognize people who were. Maybe exploit that. I don't know. Bin Laden was interested in books with a conspiratorial bent. Somewhat ironically, a book that asserted 9/11 was an inside job. He must have thought that that was some kind of comedy. Bin Laden also collected reports by leading American counterterrorism experts, such as Bruce Hoffman and Paul Pillar, as well as papers about and Congressional Research Service. He even possessed a congressional testimony by the author titled Reassessing the Evolving Al-Qaeda Threat to the Homeland. Bin Laden collected indictments from American terrorism cases that he found of interest, such as David Coleman Headley from Chicago, who al-Qaeda had tasked an attack against a Danish newspaper that had published cartoons of the Prophet. During the almost 6 years bin Laden lived in Abbottabad, he had a great deal of time on his hands, which he partially consumed by reading the many holdings in his digital library and also composing memos and letters that are now becoming public. Bin Laden was deeply aware that as the 10th anniversary of 9/11 approached, his central referencing his plans for some kind of major public statement to mark the anniversary, but did not come to fruition. He was killed 3 months before he could deliver that statement. That according to CNN. He also wrote a letter to the American people. I speak to you about the subject of the ongoing war between you and us. Even though the consensus of your wise thinkers and others is that your time will come, Compassion for women and children who are being unjustly killed, wounded, and displaced in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Pakistan motivates me to speak to you. First of all, I would like to say that your war with us is the longest war in your history. If you were to ask your wise thinkers, they would tell you that there is no way to win it because the indications are against it. How will you win a war? How will you win a war whose leaders are pessimistic and whose soldiers are committing suicide? If fear enters the hearts of men, winning the war becomes. How will you win a war whose cost is like a hurricane blowing violently at your economy and weakening your dollar? The Bush administration got you into these wars on the premise that they were vital to your security. He promised that it would be a quick war, won within 6 days or 6 weeks. However, 6 years have passed, and they are still promising you victory and not achieving it. A date for withdrawal from there. 6 months later, Petraeus came to you once again with the number 6, requesting that the withdrawal be delayed 6 months beyond the date that had been set. All the while, you continue to bleed in Iraq and Afghanistan. You are to a war with no end in sight on the horizon and which has no connection to your security, which was confirmed by the operation of Umar al-Farouk, which was not launched from the battlefield and could have been launched from any place in the world. As for us, jihad against the tyrants and the aggressors is a form of great worship in our religion. Stopping here, things Pamela Geller said when she was talking about Al-Qaeda and Muslim terrorists. She also was one of the advocates of the advertisements on the side of New York buses, that said, killing Jews is how we worship Allah, or words to that effect. This is confirmation that that is true. It is more precious to us, this great worship in our religion of jihad. It's more precious to us than our fathers and sons. Thus, our jihad against you is worship. And your killing us is a testimony. Thanks to God Almighty, we have been waging jihad for 30 years. Not a single one of our men has committed suicide, whereas every 30 days, 30 of your men commit suicide. Continue the war if you will. Peace be upon those who follow the right guidance. We are defending our right. Jihad against the aggressors is a form of great worship in our religion, and killing us is a means of high status for 30 years against the Russians and then against you. Not a single one of our men has committed suicide, whereas every 30 days, 30 of your men commit suicide. Continue the war if you will. Justice is the strongest army, and security is the best way of life. But it slipped out of your grasp the day you made the Jews victorious in occupying our land and killing our brothers in Palestine. The path to security is for you to lift your oppression from us. That's Osama bin Laden writing a letter to you. Wow. My last will to my praise God and prayers and peace be on the prophet of God, our prophet Muhammad, his family, and his allies. My dear wife, peace be upon you, and mercy of God and his blessings. How are you doing? I hope you are well, and all who are with you. How is my son Usama and my 2 daughters, Asma, my sister Iman, and Hamza, and how are my brothers and sisters? I ask God that all of you are in good condition and that he expedite your release and of all prisoners of the Mujahideen to the shores of safety. My dear wife, you know that I escaped from prison for my sister, you, and Hamid. But I found that the matter, his situation after escaping, may take a long time. I know that you are in psychological crisis. So I doubled my thinking to find a way out for you. So I asked God to speed up the resolution for you and to get us together on the shores of safety sooner or later. My beloved wife, know that you do fill my heart with love, beautiful memories, and your long suffering of tense situations in order to appease me and be kind to me. And every time I thought of you, my eyes would tear for being away from you. I want you to know that I will not marry on you because I will not find any woman like you. And I will remain in the land of God until God's will brings us together in this world to see you and enjoy looking at you and all my children. And to compensate you for the kindness and love you missed in prison due to the tension of being occupied with the thought. Or if meeting in the world is not possible, then I will see you in the thereafter, and that will suffice. So be patient and strengthen the faith so that you can meet with God, with him pleased of you, and we will meet in paradise between its rivers and luxuries. And that is the eternal life that remains because you are a good wife in this world, and I ask God that you will be my wife in the thereafter. My will, if I get killed and you want to return to your family, but you have to raise my children properly and to watch them and to be careful of bad company for them, especially after puberty, especially the girls Asma and Duha. So be very careful about them, and if you can marry them to Mujahideen, then that is best, or else to good people. As for Osama, when he reaches adulthood, if there is someone else who cares for you, then send him to the battlefield at his grandfather's. I specify his grandfather because his path is clear and true without qualms on it, and because jihad is obligated for all adults, so he has to conduct jihad. As for you, you are the apple of my eye and the most precious thing that I have in this world. But I really want for you to be my wife in paradise. And the woman, if she marries two men, is given a choice on Judgment Day to be with one of them. In closing, please forgive me for my shortcomings toward you, and that you pray for me and remind my children to pray for me and to do charity for me and to arrange for a continuous charity in my memory. So long, either in this world or in the thereafter, I ask God to protect you and my children from all evil, and to nourish you and the children with his unsleeping eye, and to give you the best of endings, and get us together in the upper heavens with the believers, prophets, and martyrs, and those who are in the company. I leave you with God, and peace be upon you, your husband, Osama bin Laden, 15 August 2008. There is more. Many of those documents will be on the Wells Report page of 660 AM The Answer. Sun Tzu says that if you know your enemy, you will never lose a battle. It is my sincere hope that all the sheepdogs that listen to this broadcast go to these documents and read every single one of them carefully. Think about everything you read there. Discuss it with others. Learn amongst yourselves what has been given us by our brothers who went to Abbottabad and killed this man. You are seeing a window on his world that is more valuable than gold. This is the Wells Report.
Foundations in the springtime. Oh, it's a time of change. Hey, Mark Davis from my friends at Abacus Foundation Repair. And with drought and then moisture and then cold and then warm temperatures, your foundations are moving and grooving. You got cracks in the sheetrock and doors that are sticking and all kinds of problems. You want someone who's going to solve them reliably. Call my friends at Abacus Foundation Repair. They've done stuff for me, and you will love how they put somebody on site for your entire foundation repair. They're the only people with Millennium composite pilings. You're going to get a warranty and hand down to other homeowners. It's peace of mind and security for your foundation repair. 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000 or abacusfoundationrepair.com. Don't be one of those homeowners that says, oh, I wish I'd called a better company. Call the best company right now. Abacus Foundation Repair. 972-406-9000. 972-406-9000 or Abacus, ABAUS, AbacusFoundationRepair.com.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head dealing with monthly payments, there's a powerful secret that credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $5,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're debt relief advocates, and we're offering you free information on debt and make your monthly payment affordable. To see how much you could save, call now, 1-800-400-0096. Don't declare bankruptcy. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. We depend on your success and offer a guarantee, so there's no risk. Find out how easy it is by calling now. For the secret the credit card companies don't want you to know, call Debt Relief Advocates now and see how much money you could save for free. 1-800-400-0096.
Are you suffering with hearing loss? Are you sick of people constantly complaining that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to speak up? Would you like to hear more clearly, but you don't want to wear a hearing aid that makes you look old? Then you need to try Listen Clear, a life-changing breakthrough precisely designed to fit your ear almost invisibly. And you can adjust Listen Clear to find the perfect way to hear everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And right now you can try Listen Clear absolutely risk-free with free shipping. We'll even give you free batteries for life. So call now, 1-800-661-2231. Listen Clear is lightweight and completely hassle-free, and it's practically invisible. Call at risk-free home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now, 1-800-661-2231. That's 1-800-661-2231. 1-800-661-2231.
This plan is not insurance and does not meet minimum credible coverage requirements under the Affordable Care Act. This discount card program contains a 30-day cancellation and refund period. Administrator and benefits limited, Dallas, Texas, not available in all states.
You said you have to have a root canal and a crown. That's going to eat up almost $3,000. You could get it all for around $1,600. That's almost 50% less because you're a member of RealMedSavings.com. What is Real Med Savings? It's a membership like a discount club that lets you access huge networks of medical professionals for a whole lot less money. You save money because we've already negotiated the discounts. Real Med Savings than $1 a day for the whole family. But Real Med Savings is not just for dental. It's doctor's consultations, vision, prescription drugs, and more. There's no long-term commitment and no salesman is going to call. Cancel anytime. Save real money on healthcare you need and use for everyday medical problems. Real medical savings for your entire family. RealMedSavings.com.
In these uncertain times, you can't afford to take chances. So come on out to the Tier 1 Gun Show this weekend, May 23rd and 24th at the Mesquite Rodeo Convention Center. You'll find everything you need to protect yourself and your family. Guns, knives, ammo, accessories, survival supplies, and much, much more, all in a safe, fun, and family-friendly environment. Parking is free, so be sure to come on out and buy, sell, or trade at the Tier 1 Gun Show this weekend at the Mesquite Rodeo Convention Center. Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 10 to 4.
Mistakes retirees make that could cost you all of your money. It doesn't matter how well off you are financially, you could make the easy mistake that washes away all of your financial security. Call Optimum Retirement Planning today at 866-882-5447 to make sure that you are not wasting your money. Call now. Free copy of the 11 biggest mistakes retirees make and how to avoid them. 866-882-5447.
660 AM. The Answer. The Wells Report is on 660 AM. The Answer.
Just waking you up.
Finally tonight, David Letterman bid farewell to his late-night television career. He changed the entire paradigm of late-night television. He was inarguably brilliant as a performer. He is, he's truly an amazing man. He taped his farewell episode earlier this afternoon, then walked backstage as the Foo Fighters closed out the show with a performance of Everlong. There were no tears from Letterman, but the sign-off moment was emotional, especially for his longtime staffer and lucky fans who were able to make it inside the Ed Sullivan Theater for the finale. Before the taping began, Letterman called it the most important show of my life. The episode contained a number of montages, including to members of the studio audience. It also included a star-studded lineup of top 10 lists. David Letterman, Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, Steve Martin, Barbara Walters, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Tina Fey, Alec Baldwin, Jim Carrey, Peyton Manning, and Bill Murray all contributed. David Letterman is a completely brilliant man and an incredible broadcaster. Started in radio and hit the very highest part of the pyramid. We're going to miss David Letterman. There are others who are very, very good in following in his footsteps. May they have as much luck as was enjoyed by David. The executive producer of the Wells Report is Vicky Stiver. Technical director, conductor of the Wells Report Orchestra is Magic Matt Swinney. My name is Jon-David Wells. Have a nice night. We'll see you tomorrow for another edition of the Wells Report.
Another hot Texas summer is upon us, and Mathis Air and Heat has a great offer for you right off the bat. With the American Standard All-Star Sales Event, Mathis Air is offering 100% 60 months. That's 60 months on complete qualifying American Standard systems with approved credit or cash rebates. Mathis Air knows that's a home run, and with free estimates on equipment replacements, that's a grand slam. When it comes to service, call 972-279-4COOL for a $39 service call. Don't get thrown a curveball. Go with the company you can trust. As a certified customer care dealer, Mathis Air is about quality, honesty, and a great installation because that's what matters most. Special financing or rebates available on qualifying products. See Mathis Air and Heat, your independent American Standard dealer, for details. Or call 888-840-8084 for financing program details about credit costs. Offer expires June 30th, 2015. Make sure you're working with the best. Mathis Air and Heat. Call now 972